Chatham, Ontario got there because he was a dominant pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, earning 6 straight 20-win seasons and taking home the 1971 Cy Young Award as the National League's top pitcher. A 25-win season with the 1974 Texas Rangers was his high watermark, and Fergie finished his 19-year career with 284 wins, over 3,000 strikeouts, and he walked less than 1,000 batters. Yet for all his greatness, Jenkins also never had the chance to play in the postseason. After beginning his career in 1965 with the Phillies, he also served time with the Red Sox, as well as a second tour of duty with both the Rangers and Cubs, retiring after the 1983 season. Jenkins was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Never.
Bucket is good.
Not.
Man, he pulled out the whole package there.
Exciting.
The Raptors are up 16.
We're just getting started. This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
It's the beginning, we just got started.
He's young, he's entering his prime. By no means is he sort of a finished product. We're expecting a spark as far as a fresh start for him. He'd been in New Orleans for a while, and I think there's, for whatever, a string of bad luck that injury-wise down there. So excited to see what he can do with us.
It's definitely a fresh start. Some new faces, some young talent around, and I'm excited to bring some positive energy. Just having a chance to get out there with young talent, see everyone's goals. I just want to be here and be in the atmosphere where I know it's a rebuild, but it's a chance for us to continue to get better and to work on the things to rebuild. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
The voices of Raptors general manager Bobby Webster and the newest acquisition for the Toronto Raptors, Brandon Ingram, as they address and discuss the trade that brought Ingram to Toronto with the New Orleans Pelicans with Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk heading down to the Crescent City. Welcome to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors. Eric Smith and Paul Jones with you on a Friday night as the Raptors get set to go toe-to-toe against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the number one team in the West, the number one team in the NBA, and, of course, Canadian and MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has had 3 50-point games in the last little more than a week, getting set to not only take on the Raptors, but welcome back his running mate, his teammate, Chet Holmgren. So if that wasn't bad news for the Raptors, having to deal with the number one seed, having to deal with the MVP candidate, now Chet is back as well. Ingram, by the way, folks, if you're just tuning in, will not play tonight. The Raptors acquired him knowing that he was dealing with an ankle injury that has kept him out for large chunks of this season. But the hope is that he is back and on the court soon, and he will wear number 3 for the Raptors whenever he does make his Toronto debut.
Well, anxiously awaited by many, many people. Listen, if he's available and he's able to play, the guy was an all-star at 22, and he was thought of in a high enough regard when the whole Laker thing went down with Anthony Davis, that's all folks, and getting out of New Orleans, that the Lakers, the Pelicans asked for him in return, and it paid off because he became an all-star there. I wonder how much the whole contract situation and not getting the money from New Orleans kind of fed into this, and that, you know what, okay, well, you guys aren't going to pay me, I'm out of here. Not that he was kind of vocal in his, protestations about leaving, but maybe it was bubbling under the surface. I don't know. It's all conjecture. It's all guessing for me because I didn't hear any of that. But listen, if you're the Raptors, you got a long, young dude who can score, who can play, and when he's healthy. You and I talked about it on our show last night. The projections for this team going forward are pretty good.
Well, you think about a starting 5 when healthy with Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl. That's pretty darn good. And then you look at the second unit with your Grady Dick, Jamal Shedd, Jonathan Mobo. There's going to be pieces added of, obviously, Jacoby Walter. You're going to have a high pick, whether it's 3, 5, 1, 7, 10.
Yeah.
And who knows what the Raptors might do in the offseason in terms of maybe trying to shore up a couple of veteran pieces. Because really right now, Jonesy, you're 2 vets. I mean, and I'm talking about old heads or older heads. I said this to you on the show last night. There's only a couple of guys that are 30-plus. Chris Boucher at 32 and Garrett Temple. Jakob Poeltl has not yet turned 30. Well, Boucher's a free agent. I don't know if the Raptors are looking to bring him back in the offseason or not. Garrett Temple's a free agent. I don't know if he ends up joining the coaching staff for the Raptors. Like, at some point, you think you're going to have to add, I would imagine, a couple of pieces. But are they at the point now where we want these veteran pieces to be able to play as well and contribute, not just be voices on the bench? So I think this team, it's put itself in a pretty solid position where the young vets they have, their starters primarily, are good and have a chance to be very good together. Their second unit is comprised of a lot of hungry, younger players that have already shown and proven that they can play at this level and contribute. And now can you get some of those glue guys, those vet pieces,
right,
to add to that mix in the offseason? That's the way I look at it, at least.
Yeah, no, that's that's what you're looking at. Listen, we talked about it. The fact that this team went from the number 4 pick in the lottery a few years ago in Tampa when they got Scotty, adding him to, albeit a little bit more maybe proven people, to the 5 seed the next year says something. And that jump, there's the same potential for it to happen if everybody's healthy, guys work on their game, and they get the right pick going forward. I mean, any pick going forward. I give this Toronto scouting staff a whole lot of credit. All of them. They find guys. And Toronto's one of those markets where, you're not going to get, people say, well, no free agents come to Toronto. No, you're right. But you know what? No free agents go to Minnesota.
Yep.
No free agents go to Indiana. No free agents go to, Detroit or Oklahoma City. You got to build it the right way. That's your job. Go find another guy. The Raptors lost Bruce Brown. They traded him. I thought Bruce Brown is a great, as you say, glue guy for your team. All right, you got scouts out there. Go find me another Bruce Brown. That's your job. And I give the Toronto staff credit for that because they always seem to find guys, right? They always seem to come up with guys. Look at one of them that's in the running for most improved player now. He's going to be in the three-point contest at All-Star Weekend. Norman Powell, a second-round pick that they traded for Gravis Vasquez. Like, they find guys. Pascal was a late first-round pick. And all of a sudden, he's a 2-3-time All-Star, All-NBA player. I give them credit. They find guys.
Just quickly before we break.
Yeah.
Remember that Vasquez deal?
Yeah.
It wasn't just Norm. It was Norm and OG.
Oh, an OG. Yeah.
It's wild to think about that. And listen, and that's not a knock on Gravis, who was good in his time in Toronto and loved being a Raptor, but yet he ended up turning into, and that speaks to how talented he was in the sense that he could fetch a couple of picks, but then those picks, because of the work that you just talked about, that your staff does, that your scouts do, it turns into OG and Norm Powell. But we digress. We're getting set for the Thunder and the Raptors. The starting lineups and the tip-off coming up next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors, right here on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
If there's anything we Canadians are proud of, is we support each other. And Access Storage knows this because we're truly Canadian, and your support has made us Canada's leader in storage solutions. Proudly serving our communities for more than 25 years. Thank you. And if you haven't tried us yet and need extra space, try 4 weeks free now. So drop that hockey stick, finish that poutine, throw on that toque, and celebrate the True North Strong in 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Shop Canadian, store Canadian.
It was a rainy day when Pizzaville announced their loyalty program, but some listeners thought I was saying royalty program. To be clear, Pizzaville cannot get you into the royal family. Stop that. However, After your 6th online order, you'll get a large pizza of your choice free with your 7th order. And that'll make you feel like a king or queen. Oh, boy. Find out more at pizzaville.ca.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
It's your business. You built it yourself. Let Rogers Sports and Media help to make it grow. There's now an easy way to get your business on the air with our radio station or our entire audio network. It's called Rogers Sports and Media Ad Manager. Designed for businesses of all sizes, RSM Ad Manager is self-serve and simple. Get a $250 ad credit to get started, and your audio can be produced at no extra cost. Visit grow.rogersportsandmedia.com for details.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today, and your car can be gone tomorrow.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set for the tip-off between the Thunder and Raptors from OKC. The keys to victory brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Jonesy?
Well, first off, if you're Toronto, find some chemistry. Your lineup's been dismembered with trades and injuries. So key number one, find some chemistry. Lean on the guys that you know, Abaji, Barnes, Quickly, Grady. Lean on those guys, and hopefully you get some stuff off the bench from a guy like Boucher. Number two, as best you can, hang on to Shea. The guy's dropping 50-point games. Like, I wanted to ask him if it's going out of style, because that's what we're seeing from him lately. So hang on to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander the best you can. And then find your best to deal with the size. Without Pirtle, the Raptors don't have a lot of size. And not only is Isaiah Hartenstein going to be a load, so will Chet Holmgren coming back into the game.
Yeah, it's Holmgren, Hartenstein, Aaron Wiggins, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jalen Williams for the Thunder. Abaji, Barnes, Mobo, Dick, and Quickly for Toronto. As the Raptors win the tip, they start with the ball. And we are underway from Oklahoma City as Scotty Barnes has it on the near side, up top, straightaway, triple, up and in for Emmanuel Quickly.
IQ does not mess around. And by the way, there's another Canadian on the floor, referee Matt Callio from, I believe Matt's from Calgary.
I know it's Alberta.
Yeah, I
can't remember it's Calgary, but I think you're right.
We'll double check.
Driving down Main Street, finishing with a left-hand layup. It's good for Wiggins. Raptors still lead 3-2 and Quickly come down the floor and quickly turn it over. Shea picks it up, keeps it himself, drives into the paint, turns around, passes back out to the perimeter, picked off by Ochai. So OKC turns it right back over. Here comes Grady toward the baseline, floater away from the hoop, an awkward angle, and he missed.
Tough shot. I would have liked to have seen him go with a little left-hand baby hook, but there's the size that I talked about, making it difficult for Grady.
Inactive tonight for the Raptors, R.J. Barrett and Jakob Poeltl. Others down with the 905 as well, including Lawson and others. P.J. Tucker is not with the team. He was acquired in that trade with Miami. but he is not expected to come north and report to the Raptors. I think he'll eventually get bought out, waived by the Raptors. And it would have been his third stint with the team.
And if he's in shape, he can help a contender.
Brandon Ingram not playing tonight, but is on the Raptors bench, cheering on his new teammates in OKC. Gilgeous-Alexander just picked the pocket of a driving quickly. Now bounces a pass to Chet, who lost the handle. Nice job there, raking at it by Mobo. Picked up by Grady to Quickly, to Ochai, to Quickly, back to Mobo, over to Dick. High off glass, missed the shot based on the contest from Chet. Loose ball out towards center, tracked down by Grady. Second chance opportunity for the Raptors. Far elbow, it's Barnes. Turns, fires over Shea. Missed the jumper. Hartenstein with the rebound. Man, I got to catch my breath.
Well, welcome to the new era of the NBA where fast breaks are botched because everybody's looking for threes.
Chet snuffed out on a huge stuff by Scotty Barnes. It looked like it was going to be an easy deuce. But then they forget to cover Chet as he came back inbound from the baseline, and he gets wide open down on the block. The pass from Wiggins, the bucket for Chet, 4-3 OKC. 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, look out on left hand. Cram for Ochai Agbaji. My goodness.
Ochai.
Wow.
Hey, if that left his hand, Chet Holmgren was going to catch it. No, Ochai said, no, it's not leaving my hand. It's going right in the tin.
Barnes with another big shot contest on that one on a driving Jalen Williams. We're still shaking over the Ochai left-hander. You're going to be seeing that one tonight on Central and anywhere else.
I got to tell you, he has really... I wouldn't be surprised if teams are calling for him because he's shown vast improvement this year.
5-4 Raptors leading. 3 minutes gone by. Left-hand floater up and in on a little skyhook there from Hartenstein. 6-5 OKC leads. Quickly, far corner, open three ball. Mobo knocks it down, and he's been doing a little bit more of that of late.
Well, he feels confident, Eric, and that's the biggest thing. Shoot it with conviction.
8-6 Raptors leading. 8:30 to go first quarter. Shea over to Jalen Williams. Gets to the free throw line, pulls up for the jumper, rim glass and in. We're tied 8-8.
Oklahoma City really good at that. They don't mind the mid-range.
Here comes Quickly, turning the corner down toward the baseline. Gets away from Chet. Finds Mobo coming along the baseline, out on the near sideline to Barnes, to a cutting Grady, who lays it up and in, ends up on his backside on the baseline. No call, but you'll take the deuce.
Talking to Grady's dad after the game.
Alley-oop on the other end. Jalen Williams on the flush.
After the game the other night, he said, it's a home game for me. Bart said their place is about 2 hours, door to door, to Paycom Center.
10-10, Raptors Thunder. 7:45 to go, opening quarter. Quickly over to Barnes, inside the arc toward the far sideline, in front of the OKC bench. Turning, firing, over top of Shea, missed that one. And the Thunder grabbed the rebound. Barnes 0 for 3 to start this game, does have a couple of rebounds. Check that, a couple of assists, but no rebounds. And I believe we've got a timeout on the floor right now. Mobo knocked the ball away from Wiggins. It went out of bounds on the near sideline. And then a timeout is called. Charge to OKC. And we step aside for the break with 7:31 to go in the opening quarter. Tied 10-10 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Jan owns a home and a restaurant fusing French and Mexican cuisine. But she is fusing no more because her ovens have gone kaput. She called Alpine Credits, who sent their speedy superhero. With her business loan approved, her ovens were quickly fixed. The hero even had some of her poutine nachos. Yum! Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616. The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 7:31 to go in the opening quarter. We're tied 10-10. Oklahoma City shooting 71%, 5 of 7. The Raptors 4 of 9. A balanced attack thus far on both sides. 4 points for Jalen Williams, leading scorer. Again, we're not even 5 minutes into the ball game, as the Raptors are on the road facing OKC before they head down to Houston on Super Sunday coming up, before the Chiefs and Eagles go at it on Sunday evening.
Well, you must have been happy yesterday. There wasn't a Super Bowl, but there was a little hardware given out in Buffalo.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the MVP, Josh Allen. Well-deserved, of the Buffalo Bills. And I'll say, aside from the hardware, I'm sure you and many others saw the clip. I thought it was an outstanding speech that he gave in accepting the award.
The fact that he thanked everybody from the mailroom and the equipment guy to the team.
Driving, finishing, off glass, and taking the foul for the and one, Jalen Williams. And Grady Dick is going to be charged with the foul. 3-point opportunity for Williams. What a season he has had.
Yeah, another guy that has really come into his own. When you think about the way the Thunder have developed a supporting cast around SGA.
He misses the free throw. So the Raptors dodge that one. Still trailing by only 2 with 7:15 to go. Ochai open, far corner, 3-ball up and clean. OKC fell asleep.
It's money. I mean, he's shooting 41% from 3 in general. Never mind from the corner where he's even higher.
Raptors regain the lead at 13-12. Shea gets it to go. You got to be kidding me. He put the ball on the floor, elevated for the jumper. Now, Jonesy, I think they're wiping out and saying it was on the floor. One official saying no good. The other one is saying it is good. And now Darko's losing his mind, which makes me think that they're going to say, yes, it is the bucket, and give him the and one.
Yeah, they're going to, although he hadn't.
No, they're not.
No
bucket.
He hadn't gathered the ball, so that's what I think the argument was.
Well, Darko won the argument. And the Thunder, on the ensuing inbound, just lost the ball.
He only had one hand on the ball, and then when he heard the whistle, he gathered.
Brady, baseline, was trying to go back in the far corner again to Ochai. Goes off the foot of Chet Holmgren.
I
the
think
Raptors will keep it with 16 on the clock.
Eric, you know me and the rules and being a stickler for little things. I think that's something the NBA has to define in terms of the gather and when it happens.
Jamal Shed checking into the ballgame now for the Raptors, and we're going to see a whole lot of Jamal Shed the rest of the season, with Davion Mitchell traded to the Miami Heat on deadline day. Shed stops on a dime in the lane, fires out on the perimeter to Scotty. He's covered by Jalen Williams. Barnes trying to get down near the block, goes cross court. Nope, pass deflected, picked off. Another Raptor turnover. Shea to Jalen Williams, trying to lob it up to Hartenstein. He's right under the hoop, and then he's fouled by Shed. It'll be sideline out of bounds for the Thunder, with the Raptors leading 13-12, 6:28 to go in the first.
Well, the key to the turnover, the last turnover, Eric, is, as you said, Scotty's pass deflected. Deflections are big. You know, you knock that ball off course, it's now a 50-50 ball, and who gets to it first?
Williams for OKC, driving, stops on a dime right near the 10, turns around, fires back out onto the perimeter. Wiggins went to put it on the floor and drive, and he was hammered and fell hard to the floor. And that's going to be another foul on Shed. He comes into the ballgame, picks up 2 fouls in 1 minute.
Well, you wonder what the minutes restriction is like for Quickly. And like you said, Davion Mitchell not there. Who runs the point next if you've got that kind of foul trouble?
Chris Boucher's going to check in, and who's he going to come in for? If he comes in for Shed, then I would assume maybe you have Scotty running the point forward at this point.
Yeah, no,
Scotty's coming out, so Shed's going to stay on.
That's the normal rotation. And
Agreed. I just thought that maybe.
I wondered the same thing, too, now with foul trouble. But you know what? Let him learn to play through it.
Do you think in a pinch Jones is going to have Jamison Battle handle the ball at all or not?
In a very, very extreme pinch, yeah. But that's not something you want to see or want to get to regularly.
I'm just saying you don't have a third guard right now.
Well, it might be Jacoby Walter.
Could be.
You know?
Boucher, 3-ball. Back rim, no good. And Hartenstein picks up the rebound, throws it way down the floor to Jalen Williams. He waits for his troops with the Thunder leading 14-13 after a bucket came on their last trip on a short jumper from Chet. Triple, straight away, no good for Shea. Tapped out by Mobo, but right into the hands of Williams, who lays it back in, and the Thunder lead by 3. 16-13, 5.5 minutes to go, opening frame. Shed. On the near side, had the ball poked away by Williams. He was trying to turn the corner, get to the baseline. Williams wouldn't let him get there.
Eric, I talked about Oklahoma City not minding the mid-range. They are number 1 in the NBA in mid-range field goal percentage.
They've just done a lot of things really well this year.
Yeah.
Really well. A dangerous, dangerous team. 16-13. Thunder leading the Raptors. 5:20 to go, opening frame. Grady draws in defenders in the heart of the lane, kicks out for an open 3. Shed missed it from the near sideline. Ochai keeps it alive on the offensive glass. Gives it to Shed. Cross court, far corner to Boucher. Chris over on the wing now, far side to Grady. He looks up at the shot clock. It's down to 3. Tried to elevate, couldn't get there. Instead, gave it up to Boucher, who got off the shot, hit the rim, but it's into the hands of Shea. And the Raptors really couldn't get into their offense.
No, they didn't. Oklahoma City did a good job of keeping them on the outside.
Gilgeous-Alexander comes around the screen. It was set there by Williams. Williams holds the ball, now goes into the near corner to Wiggins. Wiggins around the Williams screen. And what do we got? A defensive 3-second violation.
3-second, yeah.
So it'll be a technical free throw and the ball for the Thunder as they lead 16-13 with now 4:42 to go here in this opening quarter. Were you surprised Chris Boucher didn't get dealt?
A little bit, but then again, as Bobby Webster said, it takes 2 to tango, right? He said that in his meeting with the media.
So we don't have to worry about it right now, but I can't remember the rule that we established last year or a couple of years ago. Are we going with Jalen for Jalen Williams and Williams for the other Jalen Williams? Or like how do you want to play this, Jonesy? Because either way, if I keep just saying Jalen Williams, nobody's going to know which one I'm talking about.
One of them likes to be called J. Will.
Well, Alex Caruso just came into the game, gave up the ball to Shea, and Shea just drew a foul and steps to the free throw line.
Well, Jaylin, L-I-N, Jaylin, is an Arkansas guy, and Jalen, L-E-N, is the Santa Clara guy. So,
yeah, but you want me to keep, you want me to refer to their college as Santa Clara Jalen? You want me to say that? I can do it.
Number 8 Jalen, number 6 Jalen. I mean, if people have visuals of what they look like, and they look, I mean, their body types are different.
Yeah, no doubt.
So,
Thunder on the floor right now. It is Arkansas Jalen with Isaiah Joe, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jones out there as well with Caruso. Raptors get a 3-ball from Jacoby Walter, who just checked into the ball game. They pull within 3 after being down by 6, largest lead of the game for either team. But again, the Raptors just chopped that in half. It's going to grow again right now as Gilgeous-Alexander turns the corner, far side, takes the bump, and as he's falling to the baseline, he throws it up, gets the gift, bucket and 1 for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shea has so many of those where he takes the bucket, takes the bump, gets the bucket, gets free throws. Very dangerous.
6 points now for SGA. to go along with 3 assists and a couple of rebounds in 8 minutes to start this game. Thunder on a 10-3 run. We can extend it back and call it a 14-6 run as well. 22-16 is the score. Boucher, far sideline, 3-ball up and clean for Chris Boucher.
Well, I had the feet set on that one. Really nice kick out from Shed, touching the paint with both feet.
Shed, Boucher, Robinson, Walter, and Abaji. Whipping a pass down low on the baseline. It was Gilgeous-Alexander finding Caruso, who lays it in, and Darko wants a timeout. He cannot be happy with his defense right now. Toronto giving up 77% to the Thunder.
Well, Oklahoma City getting really good shots. And like I said, they're not a heavy three-point shooting team. They're 0 for 1. They don't mind the mid-range, and they get stuff in the paint.
24-19. Raptors trailing the Thunder by 5 with 3:40 to go in the opening quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Super.
What's up, Raptors fans, basketball fans? Thank you for hanging out with us. Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight during the Raptors game. We the North. We the North. Let's go, Raptors. All right, the optimism might be a bit much given how the team's doing. But welcome in, and thanks for hanging out with us and cheering on your favorite team. Hopefully it's the Raptors. Now let's get back to the basketball. Hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Raptors game. Let's go, Raptors!
Hey, tuna and jam!
Oh, boy.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 3:40 to go, opening quarter. Thunder leading the Raptors 24-19, as I told you, heading into the break. OKC shooting 77%, 10 of 13 from the floor. They've only attempted 1 3-ball and missed it. 0 for 1. Raptors, meanwhile, 5 of 9 from the perimeter. And you would say, hey, that's normally pretty good. If the Raptors are outscoring a team by 15 points on the perimeter, they never outscore teams from 3. Well, the difference is Raptors just 7 of 15 overall for 46.7%. They got to find a way to get their defense cooking a little bit here.
Well, yeah, and tough place to try and find it with the way this Oklahoma City team scores. They're number 5 in scoring. And they're a very well-balanced team. They're in a zone right now.
Shed over to Walter, near sideline, missed the 3-ball. Nice contest there by Joe. And back the other way come the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander out on the far wing. Step back, 3-ball, no good. And a late whistle comes in on a foul against Chris Boucher. And that's going to be 3 free throws for Shea. I can see the bubble above your head right now. Let me guess, it didn't have anything to do with the shot and it came after the release?
Yeah.
So at the very least, it should be a 2?
Side out of bounds. After the shot foul. Side out of bounds. Had nothing. The shot was not going to, like it was going to go in or out regardless. It's not like Boucher hit him when he was trying to put it up or he shot it.
The ruling on the floor is a defensive foul on Boucher. Replay will be utilized to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul for a reckless closeout.
At first glance, I didn't think that was a reckless closeout. We'll get the replay in front of us as well, and we'll pass along our thoughts. We're seeing it right now, Jonesy, from our Sportsnet TV friends. Boucher came out with the right arm extended.
Well,
I mean,
Shea goes forward about a foot. He jumps in one place, he lands about a foot forward from where he took off. And I've asked this. They say, well, you got to give a shooter space to land. Okay, I get it. But if Chris stands there, and a lot of guys, as Monty McCutcheon, supervisor officials, tells us, a lot of guys like to sit down after a shot. Okay, that's fine. But if you sit down and there's minimal contact, then you make it look like, you know, there was a reckless closeout or a bad foul.
Right. I would also add that Boucher had his back turned. He extended his arm and then immediately turned to watch the shot. So does he even know where he's landing, where he's standing? I don't know. Does that play into whether it's reckless or not if he had no intention of trying to close out in a reckless manner? The officials are still looking at the replay. With 3:09 to go in the opening quarter, it's 24-19 Oklahoma City. Am I wrong that this has been a very long first quarter?
It has. It's really been dragging.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off to a solid start in this ballgame with 6 points, 4 assists, and a couple of rebounds in just under 9 minutes of action. Leading scorer in the ballgame, Jalen Williams. That is Santa Clara, Jalen.
I'm going to take this opportunity to shout out the man who made my dinner tonight.
Oh.
Chef Mark at Irie Eye Bistro in Newmarket.
After review, the defensive foot-to-foot contact from defender Boucher has been deemed unnecessary for a reckless closeout. As a result, the ruling on the floor will be upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. Play will resume with Gilgeous-Alexander shooting 3 free throws and the shot clock reset to 24.
I think even Chef is shaking his head right now. Wow. I don't see how that was reckless, but I noticed he only brought in dinner for 1, though.
Well, it could have served for 2. My guy Mark usually loads up my plate pretty good, but you know how it is. Once you get going like that, it's hard to stop. So, I promise, next time we're in the studio,
all right,
I'll call you and make a special call to my guy Chef Mark.
All right, done, deal,
and we'll set you up.
I double dipped on the wheel today.
And Chef Mark, not too much spice for him, Eric.
I don't mind spice.
Yeah, a little bit, but.
Although I prefer if I have spice that I got a nice cold cerveza with it, and I can't do that if we're calling the game.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you could, but only once, right?
Yeah.
It's like we always say.
Do anything in life once.
That's right. We always say to the guys that do our contract, well, there are some things you can't say on the air. And then they say, well, you can once.
Tom Young's got his hand hovering over the delay button. 27-19, Raptors fall down by 8. After the free throws from Shai. He made all 3, and OKC gets the ball as a result of the flagrant. So they could go up double figures right here. Caruso, 3-ball wing near side is good, and just like that, it's a 6-point trip, and OKC more than doubles their lead.
18-6 run over the last 4.5. Raptors, it's early, Eric, but it's time to hold on to the rope.
But they went down the floor with a 5-point lead. They leave with an 11-point lead. That's not right. Scotty Barnes straight away inside the arc, tried to drive. He was met by a double team, gave up the ball, lost the handle down the floor. Missing the layup was Jones, but put back in the tin by Shai. And the Thunder are trying to tear this open late first. Boucher, 3-ball, wing near side, missed it. High for the rebound, Robinson. Second chance opportunity for Toronto.
Nice
and
job.
Robinson was looking to give it up, but smartly turns, fires, missed off glass, but took the foul and will go to the free throw line.
Really nice job by Orlando Robinson. Got the rebound, did not try to do too much. As you said, was actually looking to outlet the ball or get a good look from the perimeter on a second chance opportunity.
Raptors had cut it to 3 at 22-19. Oklahoma City in the midst of a 10-0 run to go up 32-19. Robinson hits the first free throw to make it 32-20. And congratulations to Orlando Robinson, who just saw his second 10-day come to an end, and he picks up a 2-way contract with the Raptors. So he is here for the rest of the season. That's got to feel good for the big man to have a home here and a good chance to show Toronto what he can do and prove himself, hopefully, for the long term. Makes good on the second free throw as well. Raptors trail by 11. Free throw line. Giving up that shot was Joe as he went cross-court over to Williams. Arkansas Williams now trying to find Jones down on the baseline. And OKC turns it over. That was a bit of a torpedo there from Williams on the pass.
And as I check in with our producer, J.R. Manatad, he says, I'll take mild on the
really?
On the food. I was going to say,
I thought he would have a little spice
like
in him.
You might have to give back your national card if you're not up to the spice, man. I don't know about that.
Walter to Barnes. Over to Robinson on the near side. Jumper, mid-range, missed on a 15-footer down low. The Raptors trying to battle for the rebound. And they're going to call an over-the-back foul on Isaiah Joe against Chris Boucher. So keep the ball on this end with the Raptors. First in the last 2 minutes for OKC, so it's sideline out of bounds for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes will throw it in just to the right of the Thunder bench. He was looking for Walter, instead goes to Robinson out on the perimeter. He's looking to give it up, and he does to Boucher, who hands it off to Quickly. Quickly on the near side, now driving toward the paint, turns, fires to Robinson, got away with a walk, blew the layup, gets his own miss back and puts it in the tin. Take it and run if you're a Raptor fan, as Robinson gets the deuce. 32-23 as we tick towards the final minute. Thunder leading by 9. Shea with 11 points. Nearly turned it over, and now the Thunder just did. Raptors pick it up and come across center with Emmanuel Quickly. Crossed up Caruso, got to the free throw line, turns, fires out to Robinson, the big man with a three. Back rim no good. Boucher battling, can't come up with it as Jones fires it over to Shea. Quickly head across center court, far side, it's Isaiah Joe. Bounce pass to Caruso. Baseline, whips it back out to Jones. Three ball up, no good. Rebound to Emmanuel Quickly. Fires it down the floor to Barnes. Back up top, he gives it to Quickly. Around a Robinson screen. Driving to the 10 off glass, scoops it up and under. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and gets it to go.
Really nice job by Scotty Barnes to not force anything there and kind of get the secondary break. Little drag screen by Robinson.
Scotty scoreless in the game, but leading his team in assists. Caruso, sideline, near side, drops the triple, extends the lead back up to 10 with 10 seconds to play.
Well, Raptors got caught. They took the ball out of Shea's hands, but there was one pass away, a lack of rotation.
Quickly, lobs one. Scotty misses the layup right at the buzzer. He didn't have a chance, really didn't have the angle to dunk it, and it looked like it was going to be a surefire layup, and that ball kind of spun off the rim, did the toilet bowl, and would not go down for Barnes. So that ends the quarter with the Raptors trailing by 10.
Time for Toronto to, again, as we talked about, get that defense going in the second half. OKC shooting 72%.
Leading 35-25, the Thunder. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
We are gathered here today to celebrate life's big milestones. Do you promise to stand together through home purchases, auto upgrades, and surprise dents and dings?
We do.
To embrace life's big moments for any adorable co-drivers down the road?
We do.
Then, with the caring support of Desjardins Insurance, I pronounce you covered for home, auto, and flexible life insurance.
For life's big milestones, get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
The snow conditions are here for what will be a great snowmobile season. And what could make it even better? How about the best offers we've ever had on Ski-Doo and Lynx snowmobiles? Hi, I'm Jean-Luc Lemire. Our best promotions are on. Choose 0% financing for 5 years or rebates of up to $3,000 off, or choose no payment for 6 months on all 2024 or 2025 Ski-Doos. The choice is yours, and the savings are the best we've ever had. Visit us at Energy Power Sports in Oakville today and ride now.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Aaron Smith. Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second quarter, 35-25. Raptors trailing by 10. How about the defensive rankings for OKC this year? First.
Yeah.
In a defensive rating, opponent's field goal percentage, opponent's three-point field goal percentage, opponent's turnovers, and steals. Like, they have been lights out on both ends of the floor, and hence the reason they are 40-9 with the number one record in the NBA.
Yeah, they're the best regular season team going right now. There's no question about it. And because it's a regular season award, that qualifies from the old days to make Shea the MVP.
How about Caruso with an alley-oop layup with his back to the baseline? He catches the pass from Jalen Williams. That's now Santa Clara Jalen back into the ballgame. And the Thunder extend their lead to 12. Jamison Battle in the ballgame, near corner, three ball, no good on the lefty release. Caruso with the rebound. Here come the Thunder with a 12-point lead. Their largest was 13. Hartenstein on the near side, getting down toward the baseline, cut off by Robinson, goes out to Jalen Williams, weaving through traffic, goes cross court in the far corner to Caruso for three, no good. Down low, nice box out from Barnes on Hartenstein, and Toronto controls the rebound. Trailing by 12, Raptors bring it across center, shooting just 37%. Looked like kind of a stop and go for Quickly, and as he got to the tin, that ball was knocked away onto the baseline. It'll stay with Toronto, 15 on the shot clock. It's Robinson, Walter, Battle, Quickly, and Barnes for the Raptors. Hartenstein, Joe, Caruso, Williams, and Williams. That's Kenrich and Jalen. Triple is good. Straight away on a three ball, Jacoby Walter.
Really nice on the inbound. Orlando Robinson, again, selfish, playing inside out and doing a really nice job.
Jalen, pull up, jumper, no good for OKC. Kenrich with the tip, no good. Raptors grab the rebound. And here comes Jacoby Walter. Had the ball poked away by Caruso, picked up by Barnes, back over to Walter. Jacoby toward the far sideline, back on the wing, far side. It's Barnes straight away now inside the arc. Robinson squaring to face Kenrich. Williams hands it off on the near side to Battle. Faked it, put it on the floor, got into the paint. Lefty release on a floater. It's good. Nice move from Battle.
Yeah, it was. They know the scouting report. They got up on him, made him put it on the floor. And if he does that, now they're going to have decisions to make.
And now we've got a timeout on the floor with the Raptors cutting the OKC lead to 7. Toronto in the midst of a mini 5-0 run. It's 37-30. Raptors trailing by 7 with 10:09 to go in the second quarter on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when we realised that our extra-large pizza is 2 whole inches longer than the so-called extra-large from the big pizza conglomerates. How do they even call theirs extra-large when Pizzaville gives you 18 whopping inches, steaming hot? Because, let's be honest, who wouldn't want 2 more inches?
Pizzaville Stone-Baked Pizza. Fiercely Canadian. Authentically Italian.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 10:09 to go in the first half. Raptors trailing 37-30. Thunder with a 5-point lead. Check that 7-point lead. Raptors on a 5-0 run. Always bad when I get stuck trying to do math. Coming up at the half, Daniele Franceschi with our halftime show. And I'm sure part of what he will be discussing, if it continues to be a trend, is the Raptor defense. It's been better in the opening couple of minutes of the second quarter, but the Thunder still shooting over 63%. And again, leading by 7 as we get set to break free from the timeout. Again, if you're just tuning in, Brandon Ingram, newly acquired by the Raptors, is with the team in Oklahoma City. He's sitting on the bench tonight, but not playing, not in uniform. And whenever he does throw on that jersey, Jonesy, number 3 for the Raptors.
Well, he wore 14 in New Orleans. What did he wear in Los Angeles?
I think it was 14 as well. I'm going to have to double check that.
I mean, I wonder, maybe he doesn't, maybe when he gets his new deal, he'll ask Jacoby Walter for 14 and give him a few.
Yeah, don't go running out buying that number 3 jersey just yet, folks.
Yeah.
Wait until next season starts. Assuming he's back next season, but by all indications, we believe he is. In fact, Jones, you told us last night on Smith & Jones that you believe that it's maybe not a guarantee, but pretty darn certain that he's coming back.
Yeah, one executive told me that he thought there was a wink, wink, nudge, nudge deal, and they wouldn't have made a trade unless, there was something maybe in the offing already.
Thunder came up short on their offensive end. Raptors came down the floor and gave up the ball under the hoop, but it goes off the fingertips of the Thunder on a shot from Orlando Robinson. So Toronto will keep the ball as it bounced off the hands of Isaiah Joe. Toronto trying to take advantage on the second chance opportunity. Scotty Barnes short-armed a jumper, but another foul going against the Thunder will keep the ball with the Raptors, and yet another opportunity to run the offense and see if they can come away with a deuce and cut into this 7-point lead a little bit more.
Really good job by Orlando Robinson.
Just active.
Yeah, pursuing the basketball, and that's what forces fouls from the other team.
Raptors inbounding far baseline quickly. Lobs one to Robinson, and not a great pass. And the Raptors just turned it over. Jalen Williams, wearing the number 8, stops at the far elbow, then lobs it to Hartenstein, who bobbled it midair, missed the shot, and the Raptors dodged that one. Here they come down the floor quickly, trying to cross up Jalen Williams, and then gets called for the charge as he lost the handle and then ran right into Williams and ended up taking a face full of Jalen Williams, and now he's checking chiclets and his nose and everything. That was a hard collision as he ran right into the right shoulder of Jalen Williams. Man.
You think that was a charge?
No.
No. I thought it was partial reach by Jalen Williams with his left hand.
I thought that once he went for the steal, he gave up his position of his feet, hence the reason it should have been a block.
In baseball, if you even check swing and you get hit by the pitch, it's a strike. Correct? Right.
So the Raptors give it up. 6th turnover of the game. Oklahoma City can't take advantage, though, as the jumper comes up no good for Jalen Williams. And the Raptors down the floor. Beautiful pass from Shed in the back door on a no-look to Jacoby Walter, who dunks it down, and the Raptors cut it to 5.
I tell you, Jamal Shed really puts pressure on the paint.
Missing on the layup, no good. That was Wiggins, and OKC couldn't squeeze the rebound. Raptors get it back, and this run could continue.
He's undersized, but Jamal Shed does an excellent job with the dribble penetration and getting 1-2 feet in the paint, and then he's looking to spray it out, or he shoots his little floater. Really effective.
Pull-up jumper near elbow, ripped the cords. First bucket of the game for Scotty Barnes, and the Raptors have cut it to 3 on a 9-0 run.
Well, they've held on to the rope, Eric. Remember I was saying that earlier? They sure have.
And Isaiah Hartenstein is credited with a bucket that Scotty Barnes knocked away from Hartenstein. Check that, it was Orlando Robinson. Knocked it away from Hartenstein, who was looking to dunk it on an alley-oop. It goes high in the air, hit the very top edge of the backboard, and then went straight down to the hoop. Raptors down the floor, kick ball on Wiggins. On an entry pass, Walter was looking for Robinson, so the Raptors will get it on the side with a fresh 14, trailing by 5.
Yeah, that was a little bit of luck on OKC side.
A whole lot of luck.
As it was tipped once by Robinson, and then Hartenstein kind of got fingertips on it, flailing at it, and it went in the bucket.
Thunder shooting 58%. The Raptors a little bit over 41%, trailing by 5. They just had their 9-0 run broken up a moment ago. They trailed by 5. Triple Jacoby Walter, no good. That one too strong. And battling for the rebound is, no pun intended, Jamison Battle and Isaiah Joe. And they're going to call Battle with the foul. So send the ball the other way with the Thunder. Battle with his first foul of the ball game. He's got a couple of points off the bench in 4 minutes of action. Raptors down 5. Jalen Williams with the number 8 driving to the tin. Good contest by Battle. And Williams comes up empty. Down the floor, Mobo stops at the free throw line. Holding the ball now, goes back out on the perimeter towards center to Scotty Barnes. Barnes looking for a screen, gets it far side, gives it back to a cutting Mobo. And that one is going to be a block on Isaiah Joe.
Well, Mobo with a hard roll. And Isaiah Joe not getting the feet set. Mobo playing pretty well as an undersized big right now.
Well, and again with Kelly Olynyk now down in New Orleans and Jakob Poeltl hurt. Raptors don't have a whole ton of size, so it's up to Mobo, Boucher, and Robinson to
they got to hold
lock
the
things
fort.
down.
Yeah, they got to hold the fort.
Battle on the wing near side. Catches the pass, shot ready, and rips the cords on a 3-ball.
A great execution on the out of bounds. Ochai with the screen. Oklahoma City a little bit lax on the pin down defense.
The pass from Mobo, and on the 3-ball it goes 39-37. And quickly down on the other end of the floor, Wiggins converts on the layup to push the lead to 4, and a quick timeout charge to Toronto. 41-37. It's a 4-point lead for the Thunder with 7:08 to go in the first half. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
25 years. That's a long time. 25 years of Alta Infinity? That's an exceptionally long time. They're exceptional. They deliver your new vehicle to your home or office. They pick up and drop off your Infinity for service. They deliver an exceptional Infinity experience. That's how you get to 25.
Alta Infinity. Excellence in motion. Find us at 5585 Highway 7 West, east of the 427. AltaInfinity.com.
Part of the Zankin Auto Group.
439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
Ciao, Dominic Primucci here. The big game is the perfect time for our mouth-watering oven-baked pizzas, wedges, and wings. So from our family to yours, cheer on your favorite team and taste the difference.
Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590.
The Fan. Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 41-37. Raptors trailing by 4. 7:08 to go in the first half. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 11 points in the ballgame. He is the leading scorer, the only player. Check that. I didn't look down at Caruso's 10 off the bench. One of only 2 players in double figures. The Raptors' balanced attack tonight, down by only 4. Not one player in double figures. Highest score is rookie Jacoby Walter off the bench with 8.
Now they got 20 of their 37 from the bench. And we talked about what the bench could look like going forward. They've been really productive the last little while, Eric. The Raptor bench has done a great job. 42 points, 48%, 36% from 3. The 5th-ranked bench in the NBA over the last 12 games.
Shed back into the ballgame on the near side, turning, firing, and missing a 13-footer off the side of the rim. Here come the Thunder. Wiggins, pull-up, triple, wing near side is good. Clean on that one. extending the lead to 7. The Raptors had cut it to 2. Thunder now on a mini 5-0 run. Mobo looking to drive on Chet, got to the tin, and Holmgren wiped it out.
Well, he got too far underneath, and there was too much space between he and Chet Holmgren.
Kenrich Williams driving far side, ran right into Grady, and Grady held his ground, got the stop, and here come the Raptors.
Nice job by Grady.
Far side, Grady up top to Shed, out at the logo towards center. Trying to cross up Kenrich Williams now. He's got him on a switch. Now he's picked up by Wiggins. Hard screen set by Mobo. Shed now covered by Chet. They've got Mobo on Wiggins, but they can't get it to him. Instead, they go cross-court to an open Ochai, who missed a contested triple.
Well, that's a good look because the defense had sagged in to help on the lob, and that's a shot that Ochai usually knocks down.
Wiggins to Jalen Williams. Over to Chet near sideline 3 ball. Big man missed it, but Kenrich Williams keeps it alive. Now tries to lean in on Grady. I thought he walked as he tried to get away from the double team. Thunder, though, whip it around the perimeter. Sidestep, triple, near side. Joe, it's good. Man, that was pretty.
Yeah, it was. And they got bailed out because that was a terrible shot by Chet Holmgren. Like, that's the kind of bad three I think is far too prevalent in the NBA.
Grady Dick driving far side, snuffed out by Chet Holmgren. And then Chet runs it down in the far corner to keep it alive in bounds. Brings it down the length of the floor, looking like a baby giraffe. Lost the handle, got it back, far sideline. No good on a 3-ball Wiggins. And the Raptors pick up the loose ball. Shed driving to the tin, drops it off to Ochai, who's hammered midair, and he's going to the free throw line.
Really good job by Jamal Shed. That was kind of an old-fashioned 2-on-1. And a really great job by attracting the defender. He went hard to the basket, made Chet Holmgren commit, and then dumped it to Ochai. If you're coaches, young coaches, if you're teaching 2-on-1 basketball, tell the guy with the ball to go to the basket, and you pass it when the second guy is behind the shoulders. If you drew a line through the shoulders, like extend your arms straight out. Once your partner's behind that guy, that's when you pass the ball. If it never happens, take the ball straight to the goal.
Ochai misses the first free throw. Abaji 5 points, 3 boards, 2 steals, and 1 assist in this ball game in 11 minutes of action in the starting lineup tonight. Dips and fires on the second free throw. It's clean. That breaks up the 8-0 run for the Thunder. We've seen a 10-0 run for OKC, a 9-0 run for the Raptors, now another 8-0 run for the Thunder, just broken up a moment ago, and we've got a foul on the floor. That's going to go on Emmanuel quickly as he reached in, trying to stop Isaiah Joe, who was looking to drive on the far side. 47-38, Thunder leading by 9, 4:59 to go in this first half. Thunder inbounding from the far side, just to the left of the Raptor bench. Gilgeous Alexander with the left-hand dribble, sucked in 3 defenders, goes out to Joe on the perimeter. Joe crossed up Shed, passed it off to Jalen Williams. That's the Arkansas Jalen. Back over to Joe, near sideline, 3-ball, up no good, tapped out by Arkansas Jalen to a driving Wiggins. And tried to go up and under with the layup attempt, missed it, but fouled by Scotty Barnes, and Wiggins is going to go to the free throw line.
You know, the Raptors did a terrific job. Shed did a great job out on the perimeter. A terrific job. And then they get the miss. Unfortunately, no rebound. That's the killer.
So the Thunder have a chance to extend their lead back into double figures right here. Still shooting 53%. First free throw for Wiggins is good. Thunder up 48-38.
Raptors hanging in considering they're only shooting 37%. You talked about those defensive rankings for OKC.
Raptors outscoring the Thunder on the perimeter by 9. That maybe is part of why they're able to stay in this game. But it is a double-figure lead now for the Thunder. Make it 11 as the second free throw goes in. 49-38. Again, 4:39 to go in this second quarter. Mobo hands it off to Quickly. Thought about the 3, then held back. Gets to the free throw line. Far elbow jumper up, no good, but a foul comes in against Caruso. Rare for him to commit the cardinal sin of fouling the jump shooter, as both he and his head coach Mark Daniel look up at the replay. They didn't think that he got him. I don't think they're going to challenge this, though, as Emmanuel Quickly heads to the free throw line for the first time in this ballgame. How important is he going to be for this team moving forward?
Well, one, his health, yes.
Well, that aside, I'm talking about just him being the point guard on this team, and he's not a traditional point guard necessarily.
which is a help too, Eric, because we see that he can really dole out the assists, but going forward, when you've got guys like Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes that like to handle the ball, you need guys who can play off the ball. And Quickly has no problem moving and playing off the ball, even though he's considered, quote, the point guard, unquote.
Quickly missed the first, hit the second. Raptors trailed by 10, 49-39. Wiggins out toward the far sideline. Tried to go a little nifty with a behind-the-back pass, and it was tracked down near center by Shea. He nearly turned it over. Mobo couldn't squeeze, and he coughed it back up at center court. Never established possession, though, so the shot clock is winding down for the Thunder. Pull-up jumper. Shea gets it to go just above the far elbow. Made it look easy.
Well, that's something he does in the gym all day because Mobo was right there on his shooting hand.
51-39. Thunder by 12. Shed out on the far wing, now inside the arc. Holmgren's there. He got into the lane, went right at Chet, showing no fear, but missed the shot, and the Thunder grabbed the rebound. A bucket here is their largest lead of the game. Caruso, three, left it short, hit the front of the rim, tracked down, though, by Wiggins. Out to Shea. Shea on the far wing, now backing out a little bit more. Bounces the pass in traffic, got it down to Jalen Williams. That's Arkansas Jay, who dunks it down and gives the Thunder a 14-point lead. Lob pass from Quickly to Ochai, terrible. Threw it off the glass, missing badly. Here come the Thunder, 17-point lead. No, Raptors dodged that one as Wiggins' three ball rattled around, popped out, and now
a late call, like
a very
really
late call.
But the correct call as Abaji was pushed and falling out of bounds. The call finally made.
Well, I was wondering what Ochai was doing because he passed it from the baseline to the Gucci seats. And it was because he was shoved. We walked the length of the floor for free throws for Ochai Agbaji. First one, up and in. Ochai's got 7 in the ballgame. Hartenstein's coming back into the game for OKC. Jalen Williams comes in for the Thunder. All right, now is when it gets really interesting because you got both Jalen Williams on the floor. Nope. Arkansas Jay just sat down. Ochai hits the second free throw. 53-41, 12-point lead for the Thunder. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Caruso picked up by Grady Dick. Gives it up to Hartenstein, far side. Barnes in front of him as he hands to SGA, who then gives it back to Hartenstein on a lob. He flushes it down and pushes the Thunder lead to 14.
Well, the Raptors had the side cleared out. Oklahoma cleared out the strong side, and it was too far for the help to come. The closest guy still was just Grady.
2:42 to go here in the first half. I'm not entirely sure what Darko is upset about right now.
I think the fact that after they made the basket, they kicked the ball away and not allowed the Raptors to, and he wanted either a delay of game warning, if it was the second one, a technical foul.
55-41, OKC leading. 2:40 to go here in the first half. Barnes, 1 of 8 in this first half, goes over to Mobo on the sideline. Back up top to Scotty, wide open look at a three, and he buried it with a north side triple.
Yeah, good inside out. Mobo with a punch dribble.
Raptors down 11. Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Up top to Hartenstein. Back over to Williams. Jalen Williams wearing the number 8. Over to Wiggins on the wing far side. Three ball no good. Rebound to Mobo. Raptors get the stop. A chance to get it down to single digits now as we approach the half. 2 minutes to play. Barnes stops his dribble well above the arc out on the far wing. Goes over to Grady, far sideline. Grady's been quiet tonight as well, just 1 of 4. Quickly, straight away, trying to shake free from Shea, gets into the paint, turns around, fires back out to Scotty for 3, and does it again with a triple from the west side.
No chance to think on that one. That was a 9-1-1 special, catch and shoot.
Raptors down by only 8 on a bit of a mini run right here. 90 seconds left in the first half. Hartenstein down low to Wiggins, and that might be credited as a bucket. It should be, even though there's zero chance that shot would have gone down.
I think they should. Yeah, I think they should have called a violation first for hanging on to the rim. The shot went up, and Mobile was faked up and hung on to the rim. The ball had no chance of going in.
Zero.
So that shouldn't have been. The definition of a goaltend is if the ball has a chance to go in. If I'm Darko, I'm challenging that in that take the foul in the 2 shots, not a 3-point play, because that ball didn't have a chance to go in.
And Wiggins converts on the 3-point play to push the lead back up to 11. So the Raptors head cut it to 8. 1:17 to play first half. Mobo up top, straight away. Scotty above the arc. Now over on the far side, looking to drive. Goes cross-court with the pass left, right to Ochai, missing badly on the 3. Abaji 1 of 3 from distance tonight. He picks up Gilgeous-Alexander, who brings it across center toward the near sideline. Hartenstein sets a screen. SJ now on a switch is guarded by Mobo. Shea stops on a dime just below the far elbow. Left his shot short. Mobo with the contest. Good job there by Jonathan Mobo, as now the Raptors bring it across center with Scotty Barnes with 45 seconds to play. Scotty 3 of 10 in the first half, 8 points. That's tied for the team lead. Barnes in the corner. Ochai near corner. 3-ball. Another great look, and he missed again.
Yeah. And normally he's pretty good on those.
30 seconds to go. Thunder leading by 11. Deep one. Shea straight away. No good. Rebound to Scotty Barnes, and Toronto can hold for the last shot. There's about a 1.5 second differential, but no point in giving this up until the very end if you're the Raptors. Try and get a bucket here and get it down to 8 or 9. 10 seconds to go until half. Quickly stops his dribble. Now gives it up to Ochai, who drives into the paint, splits defenders. Thought he got hammered down low by Caruso. No call. Heave at the buzzer. No good for Jalen Williams. And the Raptors dodge that one and head into the half trailing by 11.
I thought Ochai made a good move in taking it to the basket, trying to get the foul. That said, considering what the Raptors have had to deal with, they've held on pretty well.
And considering they're shooting only 36% as well. Thunder at an even 50. Leading 58-47 at the break. When we come back, Daniele Franceschi with the halftime show. Then Jonesy and I will return for second half action with Toronto trailing by 11 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today, and your car can be gone tomorrow.
If there's anything we Canadians are proud of, is we support each other. And Access Storage knows this because we're truly Canadian, and your support has made us Canada's leader in storage solutions. Proudly serving our communities for more than 25 years. Thank you. And if you haven't tried us yet and need extra space, try 4 weeks free now. So drop that hockey stick, finish that poutine, throw on that toque, and celebrate the True North Strong End 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Shop Canadian, store Canadian.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, look out, a left hand cram for Ochai Agbaji. My goodness.
Ochai.
Wow.
Hey, if that left his hand, Chet Holmgren was going to catch it. No, Ochai said, no, it's not leaving my hand. It's going right in the tin.
Great call. Eric Smith, Paul Jones. Well done, gentlemen. Ochai Agbaji, 8 points in that opening half. Tied for a team high, in fact. As the Raptors hit the halftime break, trailing the Oklahoma City Thunder 58-47. Welcome into our Sportsnet studios here in downtown Toronto. Daniele Franceschi with you. You're listening to our Raptors halftime show, brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Raptors hanging around in this one. Stuck 11 at recess. I wanted to chart in particular the plus-minus numbers when Shea was on the floor versus when he was off the floor, and then when he was on the floor again. The Raptors trail by 11. They are minus 11 in minutes where Shea is on the floor. They are 0, even, right down the middle when Shea has been on the bench for this team. And that's when, in fact, they made their run in the second quarter and trimmed what was a 14-point deficit all the way down to, at one point, 2 points. They were right there, firmly in the mix, hanging around, getting it back to single digits and showing some fight. Let's check in and visit our halftime box score as once again the Raptors trailing by 11 on the road at OKC, the Western Conference leading Thunder, who sit at 40-9 on the season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 13 points in that opening half, 3 of 6 shooting from the field. Yet to hit a 3. He's 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, but 7 of 7 from the free throw line, doing plenty of damage, getting to the charity stripe. He also has 6 assists and 3 rebounds to lead the way, not just in terms of offense for the Thunder, but overall a game-high 13 points at the half. Aaron Wiggins in the starting lineup for OKC. He has 12 points of his own on 4 of 8 shooting. Alex Caruso in double figures off the bench with 10. Chet Holmgren making his return to the Thunder lineup for the first time since November the 10th. He has so far logged 11 minutes in this one, 4 points, 2 rebounds, a couple of block shots as well, which is, of course, a staple of his game, the 7-footer Chet Holmgren. As for the Raptors, I mentioned Ochai Agbaji with 8 points, making the start tonight. Toronto without RJ Barrett, without Jakob Poeltl. He's got 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds tonight in the opening half. Does Ochai Agbaji. Scotty Barnes caught fire late, hit a back-to-back triples to keep the Raptors within striking distance. He has 8 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 3 assists at halftime. Emmanuel Quickley with 6 points in 16 minutes. And Jacoby Walter, the rookie, with 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting in 9 minutes off the bench. The defense. The Raptors got to lock in on the defensive end of the floor. A little bit more effort on the glass. They need to finish possessions with rebounds. OKC, if there's any statistic that best defines how they've established this double-digit lead, they have 7 offensive rebounds in this game, resulting in 13 second-chance points. You can't give a good team that many opportunities. Otherwise, eventually, it's going to come back to bite you. Let's take a pause. We're going to hit a little bit of a break. Take a timeout, shall we? And when we come back, we'll take a peek at what's going on around the NBA and then get you set for second half basketball as the Raptors currently trail the Thunder 58-47. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
Scott McGilvery here. I've done hundreds of home renovations over the years, and I'm particularly careful about what I put under the floors. On my projects, I use DMX One Step 2.0. This easy-to-install underlayment has an air gap design that allows moisture to evaporate, and it doesn't require wood subfloors, which can be a food source for mold growth. DMX One Step 2.0 can be used under most vinyl or laminate floors, so whatever you choose, you know your investment will be protected. DMX One Step 2.0. No mold, no cold. Find it at the Home Depot in Rona.
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Orthotics!
Footwear!
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or sushi and milk.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Sushi and milk!
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
The snow conditions are here for what will be a great snowmobile season. And what could make it even better? How about the best offers we've ever had on Ski-Doo and Lynx snowmobiles? Hi, I'm Jean-Luc Lemire. Our best promotions are on. Choose 0% financing for 5 years or rebates of up to $3,000 off, or choose no payment for 6 months on all 2024 or 2025 Ski-Doos. The choice is yours, and the savings are the best we've ever had. Visit us at Energy Power Sports in Oakville today and ride now.
Great goal! Let's go to Dave at the bench.
Oh, what a shot, Gord. Last time we spoke, you had been really tired. Not anymore.
Yeah, snoring all night. Losing sleep ruins your game.
Problem snoring? Suffer from sleep apnea? Invest in yourself. Call Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. She'll use her laser to help treat your snoring and oral appliance like a sports mouth guard for your sleep apnea. Your partner will thank you.
Thanks, Gord. Book your appointment with Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. Call 647-243-2006.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Raptors trail at the half in Oklahoma City, 58-47. Welcome back into our Raptors halftime show. Daniele Franceschi with you for just a couple more minutes. Eric Smith, Paul Jones, they will have the call of the second half down in OKC momentarily. But before we turn things back over to the fellas, why don't we take a peek at what's going on around the association tonight? 7 games in the NBA and some really good ones, in fact. We got Charlotte, San Antonio coming right down to the wire with the Hornets clinging to a 2-point advantage. Stephon Castle, 33 points in that ball game for San Antonio. The Cavs currently in a tight one against the lowly Washington Wizards. That one coming down the stretch of the fourth quarter. Jordan Poole with 41 for the Wiz. And then in Atlanta, the Bucks and the Hawks, they are just headed to the fourth quarter in a tight ball game. The Pistons currently leading by 18 over the Philadelphia 76ers. And then wrapping up our Friday night of hoops, it's the Utah Jazz in Phoenix to take on, yes, Kevin Durant. He is still a member of the Suns, and those Phoenix Suns to wrap up this Friday evening of basketball. I saw something I had never seen before. Just to wrap up our halftime show, something I had never seen before in the opening half of the Raptors Thunder game tonight. You know what it was? Chris Boucher picked up a flagrant one foul for what was deemed to be a quote-unquote reckless closeout. Stunned. Not that I haven't seen that play unfold before, but for it to actually be deemed reckless, I hadn't seen it. I didn't think it was egregious at all, in fact. It's a closeout foul, sure. Egregious? Not at all. Nevertheless, we digress. I'll be back after the ballgame with our post-game show coverage. Time to turn things back over to Eric Smith and Paul Jones. They will have second half, the call of the second half in OKC as the Raptors currently trail by 11. You're listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app at sportsnet.ca.
Need to send money in another currency?
With Wise, you can send money internationally without hidden fees. From dollars to dong, pounds to pesos, euros to yen, you could save up to 3 times compared to major banks. Send money with Wise in more than 40 currencies without getting ripped off. See how much you could save. Download the Wise app today. Wise, the app for doing things in other currencies. Terms and conditions apply.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap. That's why Enercare is offering a free furnace checkup for homeowners in the GTA. That's a $99 value. If your furnace has any issues, our Enercare experts can fix it, or we can get you a new one as soon as the next day. Don't get stuck shivering. Keep your home comfortable with Enercare. Terms and conditions apply. Visit enercare.ca.
Enercare, experts at home.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
At Newboro, we develop unique plans so people can unlock the equity in their home. Unique like this one. It's called the Jacksons Plan. Christopher and Gabrielle's son is off to school to play soccer and study engineering. Go Quinton. They were juggling the cost of school, their current debts, and needed a specialized plan of attack. So now, while others only dream about goals, Quinton can score them. Reach out today. We'll work side by side to unlock the equity in your home.
Use your home to get a loan with Newboro.
License 13115.
The snow conditions are here for what will be a great snowmobile season. And what could make it even better? How about the best offers we've ever had on Ski-Doo and Lynx snowmobiles? Hi, I'm Jean-Luc Lemire. Our best promotions are on. Choose 0% financing for 5 years or rebates of up to $3,000 off, or choose no payment for 6 months on all 2024 or 2025 Ski-Doos. The choice is yours, and the savings are the best we've ever had. Visit us at Energy Power Sports in Oakville today and ride now.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second half. Raptors trailing 58-47. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 13 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds in the first half for the Raptors. 3 players going for 8 points. Nobody in double figures, but Ochai with 8, Scotty with 8, and off the bench, rookie Jacoby Walter with 8 as well. Raptors shooting just 36% as a team. The Thunder at 50 as we get set to begin here. OKC starts with the ball.
Well, the good thing is they've held Shai to 13. The bad thing is the rest of the team is chipping in, shooting 50%.
Gilgeous-Alexander over on the near sideline to Chet Holmgren. Went to the baseline, spun to his left, lost the handle, gave it up. Out to Shai, deep triple late in the shot clock, missed it. Standing rebound to Emmanuel Quickly, who whips it across center court over to Scotty Barnes on the wing far side. 3 ball good, and after a slow start, Barnes has been lethal, especially from distance.
Well, he's found his range, and he's shooting it with confidence.
58-50, Thunder by 8. Jalen Williams just missed the layup. It rolls off the rim, and the officials say it went off the Raptors. I thought that was Hartenstein that knocked it away.
Sure.
And Toronto taking a timeout. I think they're going to challenge this.
Yeah, they should.
I hate using a challenge, though, for something like this.
Here's my rule. If you use a challenge and you win an out of bounds, your challenge stays. It's not like you've used the challenge.
Yeah.
If that's one that, hey, man, you just missed that. That should have been our ball. You shouldn't be penalized for it.
Now, the critics, Jonesy, might say, if you start doing that, then how many challenges do you get? I would say you could do that, though, and cap it at up to a max of 1 per half or 2 per half or something. What, a 3 a game, something like that.
But this challenge is taking way too long.
1,000%. Did it hit his hand or not?
Yeah, like,
period.
As soon as Darko says, I'm challenging, bang, Secaucus should be on that.
Yep.
By the time the guys walk to the table to say Toronto is challenging the call,
I agree with you.
Secaucus should say it's Toronto ball or it's OKC ball. Like this, like what are we working on? Like a 3-minute timeout? Like that's like the best timeout. The best challenge in sports is tennis with the eagle eye.
Yep.
Like you can blow it up, it hit the line or it didn't.
Yeah, that Hawkeye system, which, oh, by the way, they're now talking about bringing to the National Football League as my Buffalo Bills get to be the guinea pig yet again on a rule that they got pooched on a couple of years ago that the league then changed. And now another rule that they apparently got pooched on the 4th down. But I digress. It's the Eagles and the Chiefs on Sunday. And a lot of people eyeing that game, but we're still eyeing this one right now as we have almost the entire second half to go still. We're only 46 seconds into the third quarter and a lengthy review still going on.
Like, again, once there's a challenge, the guys on the floor the referees on the floor should have nothing to say. You go stand on the other side, let Secaucus decide, and let's keep it moving. Now they get together and they talk and they discuss, and hey, by the time they walked over, like I said, Secaucus could have said, Toronto ball, 11:14 on the clock, let's play.
Well, I think we are going to get a ruling here in a second. Well, I thought we had the microphone in the first half, and I think we might have lost it for the second half. But either way, the review did come in. And it is being ruled off Hartenstein.
Like, why are we complicating it? Quickly was trying to catch it. Hartenstein's hand was moving towards the baseline. The ball went out of bounds on the baseline. It's not that hard.
Apparently it was. Quickly lobs it to Barnes in the paint to a cutting Mobo, leans in on Hartenstein, back out to Barnes, to Quickly, missed it straight away. Grady Dick flies in, grabs the rebound in the paint. Raptors work it right down low for a two-hand dunk to Mobo, and Toronto has cut it to 6.
Really nice job, not panicking, and Mobo getting that one down right in Hartenstein's grill, because if he lets that go, the big man blocks it.
A little more than a minute gone by here in the third. Jalen Williams fouled on a drive to the tin. That's number 8, Jalen Williams, as he has played well tonight. 8 points, 4 assists, 3 boards, and heading back to the stripe for attempts 2 and 3 in this game, with his Thunder leading by 6. By the way, on the out-of-town scoreboard, we'll give you one game to mention right now. I heard Daniele Franceschi talking about it at the half. Washington put up a good fight tonight against Cleveland. They're going to lose. Cavaliers now have increased their lead to 14 with about a minute 20 to go. It's now 13. Jordan Poole, though, has 45 points for the Wizards tonight. It's going to come in a loss. Washington busy at the deadline sending Kyle Kuzma to the Milwaukee Bucks, with Chris Middleton coming back in return. They made another move sending Jonas Valanciunas to the Sacramento Kings. Both free throws good for Jalen Williams. OKC leading by 8, and now Jalen gets called for a reach on Scotty Barnes out on the perimeter. So the Raptors will get a fresh 14 and inbound from the side. 60-52 is the score. Ochai, one hand, floater in the lane. Missed it, picked up by Grady. Out to Mobo on the far sideline. Drives in the paint, tried to Euro step around Holmgren, and Chet didn't get the block, but he certainly affected that shot.
Got to go right through his chest at the risk of taking a charge.
Shea, 3-ball, wing near side, missed it. Standing rebound to Grady Dick. Thunder have dipped down now to 47% from the floor. They were above 60 for a good chunk of this game. Sideline 3, far side, no good for Quickly, as Quickly's been kind of quiet after hitting the opening shot of the game. He hit a 3-ball, and he's only had 1 bucket since. Floater in the lane, good. Mid-range for Shea. Got it to go from 11 feet. 62-52, back to a double-digit lead for the Thunder. Grady just got hit in the lane, but passed it off to Ochai. Back to Grady down on the block. Grady bounce pass into the far corner to Mobo. Out on the wing to Quickly. Back on the near side to Grady. Faked it, set the feet, ripped the cords on a triple from the east side.
Nice move by Grady. Really nice composure there in making that three-point step back.
62-55. Jalen Williams. Cross court, left to right, over to Wiggins. Wiggins crossed up quickly, went left, spins back right, turns, fires. Nice contest by Quickly. Shot no good, but a foul coming in against who?
Are you going to call it on Barnes?
On the bump on Hartenstein?
Hartenstein looked like he pushed off.
He did, with his right hand. Somehow they're getting it on Mobo. That's got to be incorrect. Mobo wasn't even near him, was he?
Official scorers got that wrong.
Wiggins up top. Shea, open look at a three. It's good. His first of the game, but a timely one. 65-55. That answers the Grady three from a moment ago. The lead back up to 10. Grady inside the arc to Barnes on the wing far side. Now on the sideline to Ochai, trying to drive on Chet. Got into the paint, stops on a dime, hands it off to Grady on the baseline. Jumper rattled about three rims.
Whoa.
Somebody touched the rim or the net. Yep, that's a goaltend. Chet saying review it.
No,
we saw it from here.
Somebody got hands on the mesh, which made the rim move. We're going to get a look at it on our replay.
Yeah,
Hartenstein
grabbed it with two hands.
His hand in the mesh made the rim move, and that's a goaltend. Same way as if a guy goes to the basket and you slap the backboard, even on the other side of the basket, and it makes the backboard vibrate, that's a goaltend.
Well, and initially it sounded like Daniel was going to, challenge, and he ultimately opted not to. He must have seen the replay quickly and pulled it back. So the Thunder quickly got it across center and then fouled right at the 10 was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Scotty Barnes actually came up with a beautiful block on the Shea layup attempt, but Shea had taken a bump in the back from Mobo, which wipes out the block and sends him to the stripe. He's already got 18 in the ball game. Give him 19 as the first free throw goes down. Chance of MVP raining down at OKC as Shea makes the second free throw. He's now got 20 in the ball game, his team leading by 10. 67-57, 3.5 minutes gone by third quarter. Barnes above the free throw line. Now at the near elbow, trying to work on Chet. Crosses him up twice. Now drives into the paint, and he's fouled by Holmgren.
That's how you do it.
I think it's going to be on the floor, though, no?
Might be, but depends on how they define the gather. There was contact as Scotty was starting his two steps.
They are going to give him the free throws.
Yeah.
I like it.
But again, Mobo, you see the inexperience there. Mobo earlier in the first half went to the basket, tried to misdirection step away from Holmgren, and then got too close to the basket. There was too much space. He gets blocked. Shot blocker, contact. Get right into his body. Space is the friend of a shot blocker. Take it away. Scotty got right into the body, especially a guy as slight as Chet, who was standing on the line on the free throw, and they don't even pay attention to that, the NBA now.
So Barnes, in his first appearance at the free throw line, goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. Raptors trailing 67-58. And on the other end, a driving Jalen Williams is allegedly fouled by Mobo. And Mobo takes his 4th foul.
He took a shot in the face.
Took the elbow from Williams, yeah. I'll tell you, that would be another one I might want to review. Mobo had his body turned to the side, and Williams came in elbows high and cracked him in the face.
And that's fine if they let it go. Then let it go all the time. The other night, Bruce Brown turned, and Brunson was up under him. One of the great floppers, Brunson.
Yep.
And got the call.
Quickly to Barnes, near sideline. Scotty holding the ball, now putting it on the floor, driving toward the paint, whips a pass cross court, far sideline. Ochai driving toward the baseline, and he's bumped by Hartenstein out of bounds. That's going to be a foul on Isaiah Hartenstein. 69-58, 7:51 to go third. Starting to get a little chippy.
Yeah, nice job by Ochai, though, taking the ball to the goal.
Quickly stops on a dime in the painted area, fires back out on the perimeter to Ochai. He now drives into the paint, gives it up on the near side to Scotty. Shot clock winding down. Barnes turns, fires, misses the shot. Bodies flying all over the place as Grady Dick tripped up as Holmgren went to the floor, and the action goes down the other end with a layup for Wiggins, and OKC goes up by 13. Their largest lead was 14 in the first half. Ochai, far sideline, 3-ball, no good, right in front of his own bench, saved on the baseline by Quickly, throws it out towards center, tracked down in the backcourt by Grady, and then Grady, as he was falling out of bounds, had the presence of mind to throw it off of Jalen Williams to keep the possession alive for the Raptors.
Pretty heady play by Grady.
71-58. Thunder leading by 13, 7:14 to go in the third quarter. They're going to reset the shot clock to 13. As Scotty Barnes brings it across center. Bounces it over to Quickly on the wing near side. Wiggins in front of him. Quickly backs up towards center. Shot clock down to 4. Bounce pass over to Robinson. Jumper good for the big man from about 21 feet.
Calm move by Quickly to reset the screen roll action and find Robinson with the pocket pass.
Jalen Williams, the number 8, driving toward the baseline, floats it up, took the bump from Quickly. Another and one for Jalen Williams. 14 and counting in the game, and a free throw here would match the largest lead of the game for the Thunder. Currently sits at 73-60. Raptors still below 40% at 38.2. Thunder back up to 51% as they have started to find some life in their offense yet again. Williams' free throw is good. Second leading scorer in the game with 15.
Time to hold on to the rope again if you're the Raptors.
Driving far side all the way to the 10, through traffic with the layup. Scotty Barnes like a hot knife through butter on that one.
Good run stopper there. A couple of defensive stops would help as well.
Barnes with 14, and another foul coming in. This one on Jamal Shed, about 35 feet from the hoop.
Well, Shea got him on a crossover, and there was minimal contact.
So Gilgeous-Alexander goes to the free throw line with 6:30 to go in this third quarter. Shea at the line tonight, a perfect 9 of 9, now 10 of 10. He's got 21 points in the ballgame. He now has as many free throw attempts as the entire Raptors team, as Toronto trails by 13, approaching the midway point of this third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it down on the second one, now a perfect 11 of 11. Raptors down by 14. Thunder have matched their largest lead of the game. Scotty Barnes in the paint, out on the perimeter. Grady Dick, good look at a 3. He knew it wasn't any good, and he immediately went down to track down his miss. Leans in on Holmgren, takes the foul, and he's going to the line. I love it there from Grady.
Yeah, old-time basketball. You were taught back in the day, follow your shot. And Grady, as you said, knew that ball was not going in. First one to go after it, and did a really nice job of getting himself a couple of free throws in the offing.
How do you think he adjusts going forward, Jonesy, that whenever Brandon Ingram is healthy and in this lineup, Grady Dick, in all likelihood, I'd be shocked if it's not the case, Grady Dick's the guy that goes to the bench as the quasi-sixth man.
Well, and that's okay, because now he's coming in playing with a hybrid unit and probably playing against second-line players on the other team as well. So he's been able to start, and he can still be a spot starter for you, but I think that's a good role for him.
He makes both free throws. Brady's got 9 in the ball game. Raptors trailed by 12. Jalen Williams floated up in the lane, missed it, and the Raptors grab the rebound. Across center court they come. Past the midway point of the third quarter, OKC still with all 5 starters on the floor. Barnes has it for the Raptors far side. Now gets into the painted area, trying to weave through traffic, lobs it up to Robinson, turns, fires back out on the perimeter. Ochai 3-ball, no good. He has struggled tonight, 1 of 6 from distance.
Made his first one. We gave him love. Hasn't made one since.
You're right about that. Holmgren to Hartenstein. Hands it off towards center court to Gilgeous-Alexander. Cut off by Grady as he tried to drive far side. Keeps the dribble alive, though. Dribbles behind his back, weaves through traffic, lost the handle, picked up by Robinson. And now Ochai with the football pass down the floor to Grady on the baseline to Barnes. Barnes was falling out of bounds and threw it away. It wasn't a great lob from Grady. Scotty had to try and save it. And now quickly down the other end, Jalen Williams got to the tin, and an awkward angle. He kissed it off glass, got it to go, took the foul from Robinson, and yet another three-point opportunity coming for number 8, Jalen Williams.
Just a botched fast break opportunity.
Chris Boucher is now going to check into the ball game. Played 6 minutes in the first half with 3 points, no rebounds in those 6 minutes. He's going to come in for Scotty Barnes. The other Jalen Williams, he checks in now for OKC. So it's Williams, Williams, and Williams with 2 Jalens and a Kenrich out there with Isaiah Joe and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 8, Jalen, makes both free throws, and the lead has grown to 15 for the Thunder, largest all night. Grady with the up fake on a 3-ball, put it on the floor, tried to drive, and as he went to the baseline far side, he floated one up, got fouled by Shai, and Grady Dick back to the free throw line. So Grady Dick trying to put together something here with 9 points, 6 rebounds in the ball game, and back to the free throw line for attempts 3 and 4. Raptors down by 15, though.
It hasn't been a major surge by Oklahoma City, and that's the way they play. They just kind of death by 1,000 cuts. They just slowly, relentlessly build the lead. 4, 8, 10, 8, 10, 12, 10, 12, 14. It goes, you make enough to make it look like you're in the game, and all of a sudden you look up and you're down 15.
Down 13 now, 79-66 after the free throws from Grady Dick. Kenrich Williams over to Jalen Williams, number 6. Back over to Kenrich. Kenrich toward the near sideline, now driving into the paint. Kicks back out, far side, over to Shai. Going to step into a 3-ball over Ochai, miss it, and a great rebound there from Chris Boucher. Ahead to Grady Dick. Across center comes Grady. Down low to Robinson. Robinson trying to lean on Kenrich. Now gives it up to Shed at the free throw line. Weaves through traffic. His shot rolls off the rim, and the rebound comes to Isaiah Joe. Raptors now down at 37% from the floor. Joe up top to Jalen, number 6. Over to Shai on the near sideline. Double team. Goes cross court. Over to number 8, Jalen Williams. Williams, back step. 3-ball. No good. And it goes up and over the backboard. Out of bounds onto the baseline. And Toronto will get the ball, trailing by 13. Jacoby Walters going to come back in, and he was a spark in the first half, 8 points in 9 minutes. The rookie playing well tonight in OKC, but Toronto needs more from him right now with the Raptors trailing by 13. Jamal Shed will bring it across center. Abaji out there with Shed, Boucher, Robinson, and Walter. Shed comes around a screen set by Robinson. Toward the right block, in traffic, got it to go as it bounces off a couple of rims and falls down, and the Raptors have cut it to 11.
Really, really nice job by Shed. He's pretty good in the lane there as a smaller player, especially with the shot blocking ability of OKC. Nice job by Toronto. Like I said, Eric, they keep hanging on to the rope.
Down 11 at 79-68 with 3:48 to go in the third on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
I don't want to say I'm a big deal, but I am a superhero. I love helping people consolidate their debts, and that's what I did for the Smiths. I took their bills and zoom, wha-bam, zap, turn them into one low monthly payment. No, the sound's not necessary, but it's part of the fun.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Third quarter, 3:48 to play. 79-68. Raptors trailing the Thunder. And as Jonesy noted, going to the break, Toronto trying to make a muscle again after falling down by 15. Looking to punch back here, as they haven't been able to get closer than 3 since the first quarter, but they've been doing their best to hang around most of the nights.
Yeah, they
shout
have.
out, by the way, Jonesy, a quick shout out to our guy, Tom Liston, who is down in Oklahoma City, taking in tonight's game, wearing his Raptor logo blazer and looking every bit the part of a local with the cowboy hat. If Bruce Brown was still around, I'm sure he would get the nod of approval.
Yeah, definitely. Tom on a little birthday sojourn.
And you could hear the cords ripping in the background from our courtside microphones on the triple that just went down for Isaiah Joe. OKC by 14. Shed, floater in the lane, pushed it too strong. Robinson tried to get in there to grab it and couldn't. It's controlled by Kenrich Williams. Across center comes Shea. Dare I say a quiet night for Shea with 22. Behind the back to number 6, Jalen Williams, left it short off the front of the rim.
Yeah, kind of a quiet night considering he's put up 50 pieces.
Boucher, near sideline, missed badly on a 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Across center they come with their 14-point lead. Shea back over to Jalen Williams, again left it short. And the Raptors grab the rebound. Across center, Shed toward the far sideline. Picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander around a screen set by Robinson. Now in front of his own bench, goes back out on the wing to Shea. At the far elbow to Robinson. On the perimeter to Shed. Good look at a 3. And it goes down for Jamal Shed.
Jamal is becoming a reliable three-point shooter. His confidence is growing. And again, I love a 4-year player, a guy who played for a good coach, good program in college. Less to teach.
And now Jacoby Walter just took a foul on Shea on the perimeter, and Gilgeous-Alexander again is going to get 3 free throws. Shea kind of turned around a screen and stepped into a 3. Looked like he knew coming off that screen that he was going to be bumped or that contact might come, because he didn't even really seem to be set for the shot properly. He was kind of leaning in and just was happy to take the contact and get to the line.
Well, he's become one of those guys that does a great job of drawing fouls.
(84-71). Shea knocks it down. First and second, a perfect 14 of 14 at the line. 85-71. Thunder leading. 2:07 to go.
Thunder in his zone.
Robinson to Barnes. Toward that far elbow. Back out on the perimeter to Walter, to Barnes, back to Walter for 3. Too strong. backboard saving lives. Robinson goes to the floor to secure it. Kenrich Williams grabs his hands in there, and now the two of them wrestling on the floor well after the officials blew the whistle. So we're going to have a jump ball with 1:54 to go here in this third quarter. Raptors down 85-71. If Toronto wins the tip, they only have 1.6 on the shot clock. Raptors win the tip, but the ball high in the air. Scotty Barnes tried to tip it and direct it into the tin. It goes off glass into the hands of the Thunder, and they bring it down the floor, whip it around the perimeter to Kenrich Williams for an open three, and he missed it. But OKC tracks down the rebound for a second chance opportunity. Joe to Kenrich, hands it off to Caruso. Back to Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander with 4 on the shot clock. Over on the near sideline to Kenrich Williams. Open three ball, no good. Jacoby Walter can't squeeze. Another opportunity for the Thunder. This one, a deep triple for Isaiah Joe out on the wing far side, and he buries about a 28-footer.
He's one of their better three-point shooters. He's 40% for the season. And tonight has knocked down 3 of 4.
Biggest lead of the game for OKC. It's at 17. Quickly leaned in and ultimately was able to get the ball to Jacoby Walter, cutting to the tin, who laid it in. Nice find from Quickly as he sort of freelanced midair. 88-73, under a minute to go. Gilgeous-Alexander, far side inside the arc to a cutting Kenrich Williams on the baseline. Out to Jalen, to Isaiah Joe near side. Joe driving, weaving through paint, picked off by Jacoby Walter ahead to Scotty Barnes down the floor, and he was looking for the one-hand cram. He thought he got hit. They're going to say it was clean, and OKC comes down the floor, bobbling the ball, but ends up in the hands of Kenrich, who missed the three ball. Emmanuel Quickly went up lazily with one hand and didn't secure the rebound, and Caruso takes it away, gives it to Joe, who dunks it down.
Every rebound needs to be taken with 2 hands above your head and brought down to your chin.
90-73, 90-76 as Boucher buries a triple in front of his own bench with 7 seconds to play in the quarter. Now down to 3 seconds as Shea gives it up to Jalen, over to Kenrich, out of bounds. They turn it over right as the clock expires, and that ends the frame. But Oklahoma City goes into the fourth with a 14-point lead.
And the Raptors shooting percentage continues to fumble and stumble as they're shooting still only 38.2%.
So up 11 at the half, now up 14. They add 3 to their total. And work to be done for the Raptors in the fourth quarter, which is next on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Hello, dearest listener. In the thick of the winter season, you may be in need of some joie de vivre. Well, look no further, honey, because Sunwing's Best Value Vacays has your budget-friendly escapes all the way to 5-star luxury. Yes, you heard correctly. Budget and luxury, all in one place. So instead of ice scraping and teeth chattering, choose coconut sipping and pool splashing. Oh, and book by February 16th with your local travel advisor or at...
Desjardins Insurance cares a lot about their clients. In fact, it's packed with such a ginormous amount of vast and substantial care that's bursting with even more whoppingly humongous and colossal care. You might be a little surprised when we tell you that all of that care fits in the palm of your hand. With the Desjardins Insurance mobile app, you'll get a big hand with 24/7 paper-free access to all of your home and auto policies, including your digital pink slip. Get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 90-76. Getting set to start the fourth quarter. The Raptors down by 14. And a whole lot of work to be done right now. Jonesy, defensively, the Raptors were a little bit better in terms of bringing down the field goal percentage of the Thunder. It was at 50 at the half. It sits at 47 now. Problem is the defense hasn't been good enough, and their offense has sputtered all evening. Toronto's still sitting at 38%. Just can't seem to get anything cooking for a true run to make a dent. That said, they lose the third quarter by 3, the second quarter by 1. It really comes down to the first quarter 10-point hole that they dug, and they haven't been able to recover since.
No, and that's what Oklahoma City does.
And they just turned over the Raptors to start the fourth, and it nets a left-hand flush on the fast break on the bust-out for Isaiah Joe.
That's what OKC does. Like I said, they just wear you down continually, constantly.
Triple for Chris Boucher as the Raptors get 3 back. Following that dunk from Joe, they trailed 92-79. Boucher, yet again, a spark off the bench with 9 points in 12 minutes. The lone piece remaining from the Raptors championship in 2019, and he just picked up a foul on a cutting Isaiah Hartenstein, who's going to go to the free throw line.
I can't wait to see this Raptor lineup again. Fully healthy. Pirtle, Barrett, Brandon Ingram. I think the possibilities are intriguing.
Hartenstein misses the first one. It's his first appearance at the stripe tonight. 6.6 boards, a steal and an assist in 22 minutes of action. And he goes empty at the stripe, missing both on the lefty release, 0 for 2. Raptors dodged that one, still trailing by 13, 92-79. So an empty trip down the floor for OKC. See if the Raptors can take advantage. Quickly stops on a dime in the lane, passes back out to Mobo. Mobo at the far elbow. He stops his dribble. He's not got to give it up. And he finds Barnes out on the perimeter. Barnes trying to give it back to Mobo. Had his pass deflected. Gets it back with the shot clock winding down. Got it off and hit the back of the rim. Way out into the hands of Quickly. Quickly at the free throw line. Whips it down low to Mobo. And Mobo switched the ball hands midair. Right hand to left hand. Took the contact from Hartenstein. He goes to the free throw line.
Really smart play by Mobo. Long shot, long rebound. I mean, that thing bounced at the free throw line. It went to Quickly. And if Mobo goes up with his right hand to try and lay it in, Hartenstein's blocking that. So quick thinking by the youngster.
We got a timeout on the floor. 92-79 OKC, leading the Raptors by 13. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Auto Show. The Canadian International Auto Show, presented by the Toronto Star, is back. Begin your day behind the wheel on Canada's largest indoor EV test track. It's the TD EV Test Track. Go further, charge faster, and last longer with Castrol On, a full range of advanced EV fluids.
Witness an auto show premiere, the Cadillac Soleil concept car. It's Auto Exotica presented by Castrol.
Visit Desjardins Insurance. With Desjardins Insurance, discover home, auto, and life insurance that's really big on care. Bring the family, 2 adults, 2 kids. Save up to $17. It's the family admission ticket.
Enter for a chance to win the all-new redesigned 2025 Subaru Forester with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist tech.
Tuesdays are super with TD, only $15. The 2025 Canadian International Auto Show, presented by the Toronto Star. February 14th to 23rd, Metro Toronto Convention Centre. Visit autoshow.ca for tickets.
Auto Show!
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Fourth quarter, 13-point lead for the Thunder, 92-79, 10:26 to play. Raptors on to Houston after this ball game, playing the Rockets on Sunday afternoon. Who do you like Sunday night, Jonesy?
I don't know. I mean, hard to bet against Mahomes. He just seems to always pull it out. I mean, if he has the ball on the last drive and the game's in the balance, I don't know how you stop him. But Philadelphia has the number 1 defense and the number 1 running game. And the last time a team like that was in the Super Bowl.
Any contact from defender Hartenstein occurs after the release of the field goal attempt and has been deemed immaterial in nature. As a result, the ruling on the floor will be overturned to a no call. The challenge is successful. However, OKC will be charged their timeout in this situation. Play will resume with a sideline throw-in in the backcourt for OKC with 24 on the shot clock.
This is the sound of me just winding up Jones. Go ahead, Jonesy.
That was an after the shot foul. It's deemed insignificant. It stopped his follow through. If it's deemed insignificant, then let it go all the time. We see that play 10 times a night in the NBA, and it's called a foul. Am I wrong?
No, you're 1,000%
we see that
right.
play 10 times a night, and it's called a foul. Like that, too, after the play, late.
Well, the basketball gods must be watching because OKC just turned it over, so it doesn't come back to haunt the Raptors, or maybe it does because Toronto just turned it right back over. Isaiah Joe, guess what? 3-ball, 16-point lead for the Thunder. I am beyond baffled. Beyond baffled. Barnes at the near elbow stops his dribble, looking to give it up. Somebody's got to come to the ball. Boucher does. Drives to the 10, hammered at the rim, and then ends up taking out Jacoby Walter in the process as Chris went down hard, and now Boucher's going to go to the free throw line. Jonesy, I'll add to your frustration with that one. We see it on the perimeter all the time. In fact, we saw it earlier in this game, arguably, on one of the 3-ball attempts from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, where the contact came after the release, which had 0 impact on his shot.
Well,
0.
That would be insignificant, right? They've got to make up their mind here.
We've got a timeout.
Defensive foul on OKC.
And now they're checking, I believe. Oh, no, they're taking another challenge. Oh, my goodness. 9:37 to go in the ball game. I got you, Tom. I got you. Man, I'm getting yelled at like I'm at home or something right now. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito. My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century. That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
You built your business from the ground up. Now let Rogers Sports and Media take it to new heights. Book your next radio or podcast advertising campaign with Rogers Sports and Media Ad Manager. Designed for businesses of all sizes, RSM Ad Manager is self-serve and simple to use. We'll even give you a $250 ad credit to build your first campaign today. And your audio can be produced at no extra cost. Visit grow.rogersportsandmedia.com to claim your ad credit today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 9:37 to go in the ball game. And again, we're having issues with the courtside microphone. It seems like it comes and goes when it pleases. But based on the reaction we're hearing from the crowd, it sounds like a successful review and no foul, as it was called a clean block on Wiggins.
Well, he got a lot of ball and then down on the hand. So where do we draw the line?
So the Thunder have the ball. They come down the floor with a 16-point lead. Walter ahead to Quickly trying to weave through traffic, went left, came back right, missed the shot, but the tip down low is good. And are they crediting Boucher? I believe it was Chris that got his hand up there and got the bucket. Raptors cut it to 14 with 9:05 to go. Hartenstein down Main Street, two-hand flush. It's back to 16.
That's the size right there. High screen and roll with Isaiah Joe.
97-81. Mobo trying to weave through traffic. A couple little Euro steps, missed it, picked up by Barnes, contested by Hartenstein, missed the shot, but guided his miss back in the tin and got the deuce. Again, it's down to 14.
Nice job by Scotty staying with it after a slow start. He's picked it up. Shooting percentage still down, though.
Hartenstein turns left-hand floater just below the free throw line. Got it to go. Lead back to 16. 8:20 to go. Far corner, Mobo steps into a three and knocks it down right in front of his own bench.
Nice to see the young man step in and shoot it with confidence.
And KC just turned the ball over. Quickly had Boucher. Got it to Barnes, and I don't know what Scotty was doing there. Looked like he was trying to be fancy and put the ball around Wiggins' back as he was driving at him. Either that or he simply just lost the handle, and now Scotty's waving to his bench, wiggling his finger in the air, saying, review it, review it, review it. And I think Darko's going to listen to him. So we've got yet another review. With 8:04 to go in the fourth quarter and the Raptors trailing 99-86 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, awaiting the decision from the review. Raptors down 99-86 with 8:04 left in this ball game.
After review, the ball clearly touches the back of Scotty Barnes' left leg last prior to going out of bounds. As a result, the ruling on the floor will stand. The challenge is unsuccessful, and Toronto will be charged their timeout in this situation. Play will resume with a baseline throw-in for OKC with the shot clock reset to 24.
This call under review was brought to you by Middle Coast of Oklahoma.
So Oklahoma City getting the ball. Unsuccessful challenge for the Raptors. And we got a shot from our Sportsnet TV friends, Jonesy, of assistant coach Eric Khoury with the laptop trying to show Scotty Barnes. I guess the coaching staff felt they might have had a different angle, hence the reason they went for the review that they ultimately lost. Chet Holmgren tried to go for a 1-foot lean-back step-back, missed the shot, wanted a call, didn't get it, and here come the Raptors. And Holmgren just swatted out the drive and attempt from Jacoby Walter.
That's a technical foul on Chet Holmgren.
And he's being called for a tech for arguing in the backcourt, though.
He should.
It came after the block, so it must have been the chirping, not the block.
He shoots a 1-foot fall away over a guy half his size and gets it blocked, wants a foul. Come on, Chet, go strong. And then blocks the shot and says to the ref, and you missed a foul at the other end. No, that's a technical foul. You're a second or third year player in this league. Shut your mouth and play ball.
Unfortunately, the Raptors can't take advantage as Jacoby Walter misses the technical free throw.
I don't know where it's come from in the NBA now. Everybody,
I can tell you,
who's on the court decides they have a right and the ability to beef and complain. What happened to respect for the game?
Jonesy, I know you know the answer, but you were an educator for many years. There are a lot of great young people out there, but there are a lot of entitled people too. And I know we sound like the two old men right now, but the generation right now, because it's all about likes and clicks and follows and views and everything else.
I agree.
101-86, Raptors down 15 after Caruso got a layup to go, and now Shed just missed a triple. And the Raptors scramble back defensively, pick up a foul, and Jalen Williams, number 8, going to the free throw line as Chet continues to argue and gripe out on the floor.
If I'm the referee and Shea has something to say, or Barnes, the captain or the best player on the, I'll listen. Dylan Jones, like, you know, Orlando Robinson, not that he is, but hey, you go to your captain. And if you have something to say to me, I'll listen. I say, okay, that's enough. I don't want to hear any more from you. If it's legit, I'll listen. Okay, thanks. No more. There was a big push years ago for respect for the game. I don't know where it went.
Well, again, if you want me to continue to join you in the, again, sounding like old men, but I think we sound like people that know what we're talking about as well, if you ask me. That might sound arrogant to say, but I'll stick with it.
Been playing this game and around it since 1970.
Jonesy,
that's all I can say.
I see regularly, and I'm sure you do as well, whether it be in house league as the Raptors just turned the ball over, trailing 103-86, Caruso driving, hands it off to Hartenstein, lays it in, and the lead has grown to 19, and the Raptors take a timeout. Hey, can we stay and talk for a minute through this one, or do we have to stay aside? We're going to stay. Here's my soapbox for you. You've seen this as well. And it's not just basketball. It's all sports. And this is where, again, as a person who has grown up around sports, played sports, coached sports at various levels, broadcasted sports, as you have, and many of those things at higher levels than me, I feel like the generation now, whether it's the last 2 years or the last 10 years, when I see a guy on the floor in a house league or rep or the pros who hits a shot and then has to turn and then stick his hand 8 inches or 12 inches above the floor level to say you're too short, you can't guard me. Or who hits a shot and backpedals and has to lick his fingers like he's hot or like he's finger licking good, he's on fire, whatever it might be, like Jalen Brunson did. And listen, I like some of the showmanship and some of the theatrics at certain moments, not all the time. The dude that comes up and points to the stands with the bat when he's coming to the plate. When you're doing that in Little League, when you're doing that when you're 10, 12 years old, when you're doing that when you're 16 years old, because you're emulating professional athletes, that's because you're trying to get the clout. You want the clicks on YouTube. You want to be making the next highlight video. You want the likes and the shares on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever it might be. And it's filtering over into these young 18, 19, 20, 25-year-old dudes at the pro level too. It's a generation of the sort of see me, look at me, let me be the star type mentality. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. I'm not trying to, as I say, legislate the fun out of the game or the emotion, but at the same time, you're right. When you're down 25 and you make a three, I don't want to see you pulling the trigger and shut up, get back, play defense. You're down by 20 points.
Those are the moments when you hit a buzzer beater, or when it's fourth quarter and it's a big bucket, or in the playoffs when it actually means something, right?
Absolutely.
You're not doing it in the second quarter just because you extended your lead from 10 to 12 or you cut your deficit from 14 to 11. Come on. All right. Soapbox goes away, folks, and you missed no action. The Raptors are still trailing by 17 points. Barnes hit a jump shot on the other end on a 15-footer. But they quickly got back defensively and picked up a foul as Jamison Battle got a little too aggressive with Jalen Williams, and number 8 heads to the stripe and knocks down the free throw. He's got 21 in the ball game. He's had a magnificent night with 4 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with his now 22 points, with the Thunder leading 107-88. 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Barnes with 18 in the ball game. Hands it off to Battle out on the far wing to Shed. Fake the pass, drives to the 10. On the baseline, tried to jackknife a pass back out to the perimeter. It was deflected away by the Thunder. It'll stay with the Raptors with 5 on the shot clock. Brady, bounce pass. Scotty Barnes, man, he elevated high and was looking to crown Chet, but Holmgren got the best of Barnes on a big-time stuff. Chet gives it up to Jalen, number 6. Hands it off to Isaiah Joe, weaves through traffic, got to the baseline, blew a tire, but he managed to get the ball over to number 8, Jalen, who elevates for the jumper, missed it, and Battle grabs the rebound. Jamison Battle across center. Backdoor, baseline, Grady Dick, bounce pass, Shed, far side, into the paint. Now out on the wing, near side, Ochai, 3-ball, missed it again, 1 of 7 from the perimeter tonight.
Right, and he was wide open too.
107-88, Thunder still leading by 19. Jalen Williams turning, firing on a fade, and number 8 got it to go. He's up to 24 points in the ballgame.
That's a nice move. Nice low post type move from Jay Williams.
Lead up to 21, highest all night, and Shed just missed a layup. He weaved through traffic but couldn't finish at the rim. Thunder down the floor, up 20-plus. Wiggins stops on a dime, sucked in defenders, kicks it out, wide open triple, no good for Jalen Williams, number 6. Raptors across center. Grady Dick can't get free from Isaiah Joe. Tried to pass out on the perimeter to Shed. It was deflected away by the Thunder. Out of bounds. It'll be Raptor ball, 16 on the shot clock. .442 to go in the ball game. It's a 21-point lead for the Thunder. Raptors inbounding just to the left of their bench. Shed to Barnes. Scotty going to take a 3-ball from straight away and knock it down. 4 of 6 from distance tonight. He's got 21.
It's taken him 20 shots. He's missed some easier ones down low, but he's knocking down threes.
Straight away, trying to answer back, and he does. Jalen Williams.
He's had a big night.
27 points for the Thunder, number 8. and he has lit it up. We'll step aside with 4:19 to go. Raptors down 112-91 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network.
Fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
And we're back with 4:19 to play. And the Raptors trailing by 21 points. Jonesy, we look ahead to Sunday, not just the big game coming up with the Chiefs and Eagles, but for the Raptors, it's an afternoon tilt in Houston against the Rockets. And you think about the way that things have flipped on their head in the NBA in general, but especially in the Western Conference. Oklahoma City is the #1 seed with Memphis 2. Denver now sliding into 3rd, but right on their heels, only a half game back, the Houston Rockets. And who would have thought OKC, Memphis, Denver, Houston would be your top 4 in the West?
Yeah, it's turned around, man. Raptor fans can be encouraged by what's happened in Houston and how quickly, matter of a couple seasons, that they've turned this thing around. New coach, couple of vets in, some good young talent. They put it together.
Grady Dick fouled on a layup attempt, tried to cut through some traffic, got to the 10, and he was bumped. So Grady heading back to the free throw line. I've liked his aggressiveness tonight. He's gone to the 10 a little bit more. Only attempted 2 triples tonight, 1 of 2 from the perimeter, but 4 of 4 at the stripe. Now make it 5 of 5.
I think that's what Grady has to do, be aggressive, but at the same time, make good decisions and play under control.
After going 5 of 5, Grady missed the second one. So now 5 of 6 in the ball game. Raptors down by 20, make it 22 as the layup is good for Wiggins. Largest lead of the game for the Thunder with 3:44 to play. Jacoby Walter, far sideline. Driving along the baseline to a cutter, Jamal Shed, and a double clutch midair. Got the layup to go. Nice job there by Jamal Shed.
Well, this will be time towards the end of the season, the last 30 games after tonight, for Shed and a lot of these youngsters to get their feet wet.
Rebound off the miss, tracked down in the far corner by Dukas, but his pass picked off on the perimeter by Battle, and he lobs it up to Jonathan Mobile for the two-hand flush. Raptors get a couple back, still trailing big with 3:05 to play. 18-point lead for the Thunder. Toronto tonight with 27 assists on their 34 field goals. On the other end, another bucket for the Thunder as Wiggins got right toward the 10, spun toward the baseline and kissed it high off glass and got it to go. Deep triple straight away. Grady Dick 3-ball. There he is. Jonesy back out on the perimeter, knocking it down.
He's really improved that part of his game, the catch and shoot stuff. You got to feel pretty good about it with Grady. Pretty reliable.
116-99. Raptors down. OKC with the lead, driving again, left-hand scoop, no good this time for Wiggins. He came up empty. Raptors grab the rebound, down the floor they come. Grady driving toward the 10, and he got it to go. Wow. On the left side, he scooped it up, gave it a little English, and he kissed it off glass as he fell onto the baseline.
Very tough shot, high degree of difficulty, and I love it. He gets up and runs back on defense.
Doesn't say a word.
Nope.
Raptors trailing by 15. Make it 17 as number 6, Jalen Williams, lays it up and in off the entry pass from Kenrich Williams. Under 2 minutes to go, Raptors down 17. Grady out to Battle on the far sideline to Walter, driving toward the baseline. Cut off by Dukas, now finds Shed down on the right block. He's hit hard, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
Nice job by Jamal, little guy. Everybody looking at him as a blocked shot.
Shed to the line, 6-2.
(118-101). Raptors down 17. 1:46 to go. As Shed misses the first free throw. Shed tonight, 7 points, 4 assists, 3 boards on 3 of 10 shooting. So the shooting not great tonight. And this is technically kind of the first game we've seen from him as the true blue primary backup, with now Davion Mitchell down in Miami.
Well, his shooting not good, but the entire team only 40%, and that might be the high water mark. They've been in the mid to high 30s all game. Give Oklahoma City's defense some credit, Eric. You talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast, their defensive rankings.
And down on the defensive end, a foul coming in against the Raptors. Jamal Shed picks up his 4th. And Jones is going to head to the free throw line with 1:30 to play. Exactly 90 seconds to go with Toronto down 17. Free throw rattles around and pops out. Wouldn't go down for Jones. Oklahoma City with that 17-point lead. Looking to pick up their 41st victory of the season. We didn't even mention tonight the fact that the Thunder playing without Canadian Lou Dort, who's sitting on the OKC bench in a Montreal Expos pinstripe jersey. I don't know if he's got a name on the back or not. We didn't get a shot of him in terms of the back end, but I would love to know if he's got, like Moises Alou or Marquise Grissom.
Number 9, Mac Jones, the original left fielder.
Gary Carter, Larry Walker, El Presidente. Trying to think if I know. I'm sure I do. Tim Wallach. I'm impressing myself. I'm trying to come up with some more Expos here.
A guy who was a good basketball player, went to Villanova. Delino DeShields.
Yes, Delino. Number 8. Am I wrong?
I think he was number 2. DeShields.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
No, Gary Carter, of course, was 8. I think you're right.
Carter
Number 2.
8.
I think you're right on DeShields. Pedro Martinez. We're at that point of the game, Jonesy, with 35 seconds left. We're just throwing out Expos with the Raptors down 15.
Marquise Grissom.
Oh, he was my second guy I mentioned.
Oh, okay. I missed that one.
Who was wasn't there a catcher that played for the Jays as well later on? Come on, Tom Young, help me out here.
The guy that I remember from the Expos, the guy with the great arm, Ellis Valentine.
Yes.
Ellie Valentine had a cannon from right field.
121-106, Raptors down 15, corner 3-ball. Jamison Battle knocks it down. Raptors down 12, but only 16 seconds to play.
Le Grand Orange. Are you too young for that one?
I know, yes, I do.
Rusty Staub.
Yeah. And, of course, if we're talking Expos, you got to shout out UP. 121-109 is the final. The Thunder beat the Raptors by 12, shooting 51%, and they really were never threatened after the first quarter.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, a very workmanlike effort. I mean, the Raptors made the score respectable. Their shooting percentage came up finally over 40, but, OKC holds them to 42.9%. They've been holding teams to 43% all year, so right on their average, right on par, and they come away with a win. They're going to be a tough out. I know last year that they got beat by Luka and the Mavs. I think that was a matter of size. They've got some more size this year, hopefully with a healthy Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. And they've also got some more experience.
Again, 121-109, the final. The Thunder beating the Raptors. We'll take the break, come back with final stats, then get set to wrap things up on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Don't miss the massive public online auction at NorthTorontoAuction.com. Bid on ATVs, travel trailers, and snowmobiles. Find commercial vehicles and industrial equipment. Plus, hundreds of cars, trucks, and SUVs from government agencies, financial repossessions, and dealer trade-ins. Bidding is open now and closes Monday at noon. Do not miss this massive public online auction. Bid early and bid often. Register at NorthTorontoAuction.com.
Sold right over there. Sold.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or mustard and banana.
Is that a thing?
PB&J.
Mustard and banana.
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
We are gathered here today to celebrate life's big milestones. Do you promise to stand together through home purchases, auto upgrades, and surprise dents and dings?
We do.
To embrace life's big moments for any adorable co-drivers down the road?
We do.
Then, with the caring support of Desjardins Insurance, I pronounce you covered for home, auto, and flexible life insurance.
For life's big milestones, get insurance that's really big on care at Desjardins.com/care.
What a tackle. Let's go to the sidelines.
You're in the zone today, Matt. Really on your game.
Yeah. Getting more sleep, not snoring all night. What a huge difference it can make.
Problem snoring? Suffer from sleep apnea? Invest in yourself. Call Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. She'll use her laser to help treat your snoring and oral appliance like a sports mouth guard for your sleep apnea. Your partner will thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Book your appointment with Dr. Paulette Pillersdorf. Call 647-243-2006.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590.
The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 121-109, the final. The Raptors losing to the Thunder. OKC tonight getting 25 points from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 of 12 from the floor, a perfect 14 of 14 at the stripe. He played only 29 minutes, added 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Jalen Williams, that's number 8 Jalen, with 27 points to lead the way. He was 9 of 19 from the floor, 8 of 10 at the stripe, 5 boards, 4 assists, and a few more players in double figures for the Thunder. And Aaron Wiggins, excuse me. I almost said Andrew Wiggins, who, of course, was traded to the Miami Heat. Aaron Wiggins with 18 points for the Thunder in the starting lineup. Also, Hartenstein had 12 off the bench. Isaiah Joe was 16. Alex Caruso with 12. The Thunder shoot 51% as a team. For the Raptors, after a very slow start, Scotty Barnes got it going, especially from the perimeter, and put together a pretty impressive stat line with not just the 21 points, but adding 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and 3 steals. 17 points for Grady Dick, 10 assists for Emmanuel Quickley, but only 6 points in the ballgame. Jonathan Mobo added 10 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, got the start tonight off the bench. Jamal Shed, 7 points, 6 assists, 11 points for Boucher in 15 minutes. The rookie Jacoby Walter had 12, and Jamison Battle, who signed a contract today, a 3-year deal with the Raptors. So congrats to Jamison Battle. 4 of 5, including 3 of 4 from distance, 11 points in 15 minutes. The Raptors shoot 43%, but they lose by 12.
That's the Thunder. That's why they're the best team in the NBA right now. They play together. They play their system. Like I said, if they can garner some experience from last year's playoff run where they were beaten in the second round and their big guys are healthy and decide to play, I'm surprised they didn't go out and get another big guy at the trade deadline. They've got all kinds of assets. If I was them, I would have gone after, Williams, who the Lakers got, or I'd have gone after Valanciunas or somebody like that. But that said, I mean, they're rolling with a pretty good squad right now. They've only lost 9 games all year, and we are, 4 or 5 days from All-Star break. So they're looking for bigger things come the end of the year.
All right, before we go off the air, I don't know if he's still listening or not, but we got to shout out one of our guys, a guy that we both know very well, and a guy who's been holding it down in this industry for a long time, from CHCH currently, Clint Bubba O'Neill.
Bubba.
How could you guys not mention Tim Raines?
Tim Raines.
How did we
Rock.
forget The Rock?
The Rock.
How did we
Bubba.
leave out Tim Raines?
I got you, Bubba. I got you. You're a fan too. Tim Raines, the Rock.
Yep. By the way, I still didn't see Lou Dort leave the court, so I'm going to do my own digging just for my own sake. I want to know if that thing was like, is he wearing just the blank jersey, or did he actually have somebody's name on the back? Inquiring minds want to know. Raptors lose at OKC 121-109. Their next game comes on Sunday afternoon when they take on the Rockets in Houston. Thanks to our crew here at Raptors Central. Producer J.R. Manitad and technical director Tom Young. For Paul Jones, I'm Eric Smith. Post-game coverage with Daniele Franceschi is coming up next. You've been listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. Tangerine Bank, this is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors, right here on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
9 p.m. Edmonton Oilers face the Colorado Avalanche. Oilers on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 930. Avalanche on Internet 926. 10:30 p.m. LA Kings face the Dallas Stars. Kings on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 932. Stars on Internet 928. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Friday, February the 7th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the FA Cup, 3 p.m., Manchester United takes on Leicester on Sirius XM and Internet channels 157. In the NBA, 7 p.m., Washington Wizards take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wizards on Sirius 137, XM 212, and Internet 909. Cavs on Internet 885. 7 p.m. Charlotte Hornets face the San Antonio Spurs. Hornets on Sirius 138, XM 213, and Internet 883. Spurs on Internet 906. 7:30 p.m. Atlanta Hawks take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Hawks on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 880. Bucks on Internet 896. 7:30 p.m. Detroit Pistons face the Philadelphia 76ers. Pistons on Sirius 160, XM 215, and Internet 888. 76ers on Internet 902. 7:30 p.m. Brooklyn Nets face the Miami Heat. Nets on Sirius 139, XM 214, and Internet 882. Heat on Internet 895. 8 p.m. Oklahoma City Thunder take on the Toronto Raptors. Thunder on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 900. Raptors on Internet 907. 10 p.m. Phoenix Suns take on the Utah Jazz. Suns on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 903. Jazz on Internet 908. In the NHL, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Rangers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 938. Penguins on Internet 941. 8 p.m. Winnipeg Jets take on the New York Islanders. Jets on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 951. Islanders on Internet 937. 8:30 p.m. Chicago Blackhawks take on the Nashville Predators. Blackhawks on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 925. Predators on Internet 935. 9 p.m. Edmonton Oilers face the Colorado Avalanche. Oilers on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 930. Avalanche on Internet 926. 10:30 p.m. LA Kings face the Dallas Stars. Kings on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 932. Stars on Internet 928.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is SiriusXM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. SiriusXM NBA Radio. SiriusXM 86.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. Most ball players are just happy that a major league team called out their name at the yearly June amateur draft. To go first overall in the annual exercise is not only an honor, but it also comes with heavy expectations. Recent top picks such as Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, and David Price have all become household names. But which former number one choices have met with the most success? As of the 2015 season, former Chicago White Sox slugger Harold Baines tops the list of most major league games played by a former first overall pick. He put on